Hello, everybody. Hello. I haven't really been on YouTube too long. I haven't been on YouTube too much. Been just doing my own thing lately. But I just wanted to go live today. I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody for the subscription that I have for the 1400s. Subscriptions that I have. I want to say bottom of my heart. I really want to say deep down, thank you so very much. Just thank you y'all for the subscription. And for just not just subscription. Thank you for the subscribes that I've gotten so far. I did create another live. You can see I created one, but I had to take it out because I was trying to do Twitch and YouTube at the same time, but I was getting it all messed up. So I have to redo it again eventually when I have some time. But right now I'm gonna stick on YouTube right now. So I'm gonna delete this. This gonna get deleted. And I just want to get on something. I was watching something and I want to get into it. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if I can go back because since I'm already here, can I is it gonna let me go to my history? Let me see y'all. Hold up. Y'all bear with me, man. I'm still trying to learn this. I'm still trying to learn it. That's dashboard, bro. Oh gosh, I'm still trying to learn this, y'all. So y'all bear with me, man. Your channel. Let me see. It's my channel. History. Y'all bear with me. All right. I think I found it. I found what I was watching. This is what I was watching. I'm gonna start this.
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete.
This ain't my video, y'all. YouTube, this ain't my video. This is just me responding to it, not my video. I usually gotta say this because YouTube be quick to get me out. Like I said again, I got a Twitch, so y'all can follow me on Twitch if anything. But this video is just educational purpose only. My opinion and my belief. Whoever watched this, take this. Again, not my video. I can go subscribe to him. This is channel right here. Y'all go subscribe to Buddy Medicore Tutor. Tutors and reviews. Medicore tutors and reviews. Y'all can go watch. Y'all can go subscribe to him. Whatever y'all want to do. I just want to subscribe to a video. I just want to react to a video that he got about PJ Washington, the basketball player, with his baby mama. What's that girl name? I gotta play this again. His baby mama Brittany Renner. Y'all can watch it. What my really opinion? We're gonna watch it. I'm gonna just explain it as it goes. This is a reaction video. It's my opinion. Subscribe, share, again, like I said, this is my reaction. This is my opinion. Y'all go with it. Y'all don't. It is what it is. But let's watch it.
Either $170,000 to your hoe, but $11,000 in your son's bank account.
Her acts the way she does.
Yeah.
It's her damn mama. It's almost goddamn only $11K in his account. That nigga's 3. That little 3-year-old richer than 95% of America.
Come on. Hell hath no fury like a bitter baby mama scorned, especially if she has a battery in her pack from her own damn mama. Brittany Renner, who I believe was cosplaying Muslim up until about a couple of days and a few hours ago. Well, she recently just took to these social media streets. Now, I don't know if it was her mama that uploaded the content or her that uploaded the content, but somehow we all have the content now of her mama filming PJ Washington, the baby pappy, coming up to Brittany Renner's home and attempting to take the son. And what followed after that just makes me sad for the child, makes me sad for the situation. But it is a story of many young men today that make the mistake of impregnating Demon. Let's go over the content. I want to go through the complete clip. I ain't gonna stop it. I want you guys to watch it, and I'll come back later with my commentary. Let's get active. Without further ado.
Okay, hold on, pause. This is what we're not doing. So every time that he does this, I'm gonna record this. Because that's not okay. I'm just letting you know. No, the thing is, this is the third time he's done it. This is the third time he's done it.
When she talking about the baby. I'm guessing she talking about the baby crying. I'm guessing because the baby is crying. She feel like, well, that's an issue because no way the baby should be crying. When I give you the baby, you know, she feel like that's some weird stuff. And I mean, she could think like that. It's her opinion. I mean, she could. She is a mother, so she can feel some type of way. But then again, females like this do act a certain way when they don't, when they don't get their ways. Not all of them. Yeah. But yeah, some of them.
He doesn't want to go with you. So actually show up.
That's what I was trying to say. She's trying to say the baby doesn't want to go with you because he always crying. That's what she's trying to say. And it's crazy that the mother's videotaping this. Like, this is probably an older woman, and she's videotaping this.
Actually show up and do something then with him. Because he does this every time. No, it's not. It ain't because anybody babies him. You gonna give him his bag and stuff?
That's terrible. 3 weeks in a row.
That's the mom speaking.
Yeah, no, it's not that at all. No, it's not. No, yeah, I will. But I'm telling you right now, every single time you come here and he cries, we're gonna record that. And it's up with me. Just know that it's up.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
It don't sound like a mom. It sound like a friend or something. It don't sound like a mom. It sound like a friend.
I didn't hear you say it again.
Suck my dick.
If you had one, maybe I would. Yeah.
Hey, wish I would. What the
That sound like a mom. I mean, that don't sound like a mom. It sound like more like a friend. Just to my opinion, it sound like a friend. But you know, what do I know?
You looking at me?
Get your bitch ass out my driveway.
I don't mean to keep stopping this, but again, like I said, this is a reaction video, so it is gonna get stopped time by time. I feel bad for this guy because, in my opinion, this is my opinion. In my opinion, I feel like he's young, and he gotta go through this as a young man. PJ Washington is probably not. Let me see how old is he. He's probably like. Let me see how old is he. PJ Washington. PJ Washington. Not bad. Yeah, he's a basketball player. If you didn't know that, he's a basketball player. Age. I'm trying to see his age. He's 27. He's 27 years old. He's 27. And Brittany Renner is Brittany. Brittany Renner. Age. She's 31. So he's 27. She's 31. That's not too far of an age. But when they first dated, I think she was like. I think when they first dated, he was probably like maybe 20. He could have been like 19 or 20 or something like that. But what I'm trying to say is I feel bad for this young dude because in a way, I feel like that he got himself caught up. Like he got himself caught up in a way where he have to deal with this every day. This is something he's gonna have to deal with for the rest of his life until God forbid, until I don't know until the son pass away, you know, or until somebody passes away, whether it's the son or the mother, whoever. But as long as those three are still living, he's gonna have to deal with this, and he's gonna have to deal with this woman nagging him, probably threatening him, and just it's just something he's gonna have to deal with. and 20 young dudes out there, I'm saying, yo, really respect yourself, man, so you won't have to deal with females like this. So you don't have to like really don't just choose a female by how they look and by what type of body type or the skin color is, but choosing by their character and by knowing who they are, spending time with them, going on a date with them, and most importantly, asking God to see if this is the right female for you. Because this guy here, PJ Washington, is going to go through a lot of trouble, bro. And he's young, he's 27 years old. He's gonna go through a lot of trouble dealing with this female. And I feel bad for him, man. I really do.
Like, ho?
You don't pay for shit.
You don't pay for shit either. $170,000 to your hoe, but $11,000 in your son's bank account. $11,000 in your son's bank account, but $170 of that
You don't
bitch.
got shit in your
Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. But $11,000 in your son's bank account. $11,000 in your son's bank account, but $170 of that
You don't
bitch.
got shit in your
Here's my problem with this. This is, there's a question that people always ask: Would you be okay being a stepdaddy, or whatever it is? Like, I don't know who that is, right? I don't know who she is, but she's definitely dating this guy, right? Guess what? She's gonna deal with this lady too. She's gonna deal with this lady too. And this is the reason why it goes hard. It really goes really hard for a dude to be with a female, because now you got to deal. Now you got to deal with the. It's really hard for. I mean, it's a dude or a female. It's really hard for you to be a step parent because you got to deal with the other spouse. You got to deal with the other person that he's dealing with. You understand? And it's like, do you really want to go through that for the rest of your life? Like I'm gonna give you an example. Let's put that in the verse. Let's say. Nah, it ain't gonna make sense. I ain't gonna make sense what I was gonna say. But like I said before, it's bad in a way. I feel bad for her. But what I'm saying is it's she have to deal with this woman. So 20 female out there who's dating a guy, or 20 men out there who's dating a female who gotta deal with the baby father or whatever, the baby mother. These are the type of things you're gonna have to deal with. You're gonna have to deal with that type of stuff. And do you really deal with that? Now ain't nothing wrong being a step parent. I'm not down nothing. I'm not like knocking it off. Ain't nothing wrong being a step parent. I'm just saying you're gonna have to deal with that. Do you want to deal with that every day? Dealing with the arguments, the fighting, and you calling her a B and she calling you a B and tell you to step out. Now she's gonna threaten you, and now she's gonna put you on Facebook or Instagram, and so on. Like, are you ready to deal with that? And that's those are the type of things I feel like people should consider when they are dating a dude that already have kids or a female that already have kids.
Get out the car. Come on.
All right, so you guys just saw the content. I'm sure a lot of you guys just in the comment section right now popping off. But let's go through and give a play-by-play just so I can give you my analysis of what's happening. But first and foremost, before we get started, it does not make me feel good to continue to go over piece of content after piece of content of the same exact thing, which is bitter baby mama sabotaging the relationship between a father and a child. And it makes it even more excruciating to see the behavior of where she gets it from, which is her own damn mama. This to me looks like a complete and utter setup. I mean, even if you look at his face in the beginning, he looks surprised, like a deer in headlights, why he was being recorded. And she's playing the perfect role of agent of chaos. And there's nothing that can make sense to them in this situation. They're just mad and upset because whatever they thought that either the relationship was going to be turned out not to be so. He's clearly moved on. And in fact, his girlfriend was sitting in the car right on the other side, and the mom started to pop off towards the girlfriend, or they were upset that he's moving on and they do not have access to the amount of money that they thought that they were going to have access to. Did you hear the reference towards $11,000 for a baby? What baby needs $11,000? It's not for the baby. It's for the lifestyle. Duh. We can all come to that very logical conclusion. But, you know, when you have a banshee yelling at you in your face, there's not much that you can say and or do. Anyway, let's give the play-by-play because I want to watch this wondrous Muslim woman work. Let's go. Now, it looks like at the door, it looked like the grandpappy is somehow caught in the middle of this. Notice how the grandpappy stood at the door. And he didn't do anything. He's not saying anything.
Okay, hold
Now,
on, pause. This is what we not.
she's saying, hold on, pause. So she's saying pause because she knows that there's a camera behind him, knowing, ergo, that this was going to be a situation.
Not doing. So every time that he
Look at his face. He's confused.
I'm gonna record this because that's not okay. I'm just letting you know.
So as you can see, this is like you can see it. You can clearly see this is like the first time this is being recorded. Because you can see that it's like he's like okay. So it's the first time ever this being recorded. Why is it being recorded? That's something that she probably would have to answer. But she probably gonna tell you she's recording it because the baby always crying. But that's not true.
No, the thing is, this is the third.
He's like, come on.
Third time he's done it.
So what they're saying is that this is the third time that you've come to the door and the baby is screaming. See, the thing is that babies cry. You're in a tumultuous situation, co-parenting situation. Babies will be babies.
And that's another thing too about that. That's bad for the kids, man, to be co-parenting. And not co-parenting. I mean, like that little boy have to go home to a different so-called lady. I won't say it's so-called mom. But eventually she might become his mom eventually, his stepmom. You understand? So that mess up the kid mentally when it is not the same. When two parents are not in the same household. So that's another thing that comes in effect.
But let's not skate over the fact that in a lot of these situations, the mother or the one that has more custody over the child can create these situations that are negative in nature. They will pollute the river, right? They will enter in poison. They know that the father's getting ready to come in, so they'll enter in the idea of either being sad that the baby is leaving, right? Or they'll make it a very stressful or an anxiety-ridden place or an environment before the baby leaves. So by the time that the baby is transferring ownership, the baby is already confused, it's nervous, it's scared, and then she's now trying to capture content of, see, look, pause, look. This is what happens when we give the baby over him because you ain't shit, you ain't no man, you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing, or whatever it is that she's attempting to do right here. But let's keep listening.
Third time he's done it. He doesn't want to go with you. So actually show.
How do you know that it's not that he is a baby? It can't even protect itself from accidentally killing itself at this age. What do you mean he doesn't want to go for? Or is it that you're creating an environment where the baby is just so uncomfortable and scared that it doesn't know what's going on? It's not a warm transfer. It's a cold transfer. And as the father is walking away with the child, you're instigating more madness, more chaos. So within the baby's mind, it's a dirty ass feedback loop to think that this person is bad because of the situation or the environment that you are creating.
Well, actually show up and do something then with him.
That escalated cold, by the way.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It ain't because anybody babies him.
So PJ said it's because y'all baby him, and then she's responding back, no, it's not. Nobody baby.
Are you tired of getting lowball cash offers on your property? When I buy your property,
He's him. It's a baby.
You gonna give him his bag?
You're supposed to baby a baby.
That's terrible.
Keep paying attention.
3 weeks in a row.
He's there every week. Every week. When you should be happy that he's trying to be an active participator in the baby's life, you get upset and manufacture bullshit out of thin air that the baby is crying when you do this weird ass transfer and you cause all of this chaos. This is crazy. There's so many young people that grow up without a father that would wish that their father was there on a weekly basis. Would wish.
Yeah, no, it's not that at all.
And this is why so many men they give up after a while. And the child doesn't understand as they get older that the father chose his own safety, his own security, his own mental health, his own peace over continuing to deal with the serpent tongue of devil women like this. And shout out again to today's ad sponsor. I keep on telling you guys, man or woman, if you have companies out there called data brokers that are selling my information, alerts, VPN access, privacy is king and has been exposed. Go now, my G's. Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Never forget how we got here at the end of the day. She was scoping him out. She went to his campus, was watching his games, and then in classic rose-colored glasses fashion, ended up going deep inside Raw Daddy for a long period of time, and she waited it out in order to get that prize, that seed. See, it's a lot more valuable than what they give credit to. I need my G's to understand that. They will devalue you. They will devalue your importance for the creation of life. They harbor life, but they can't create life without you. And I think that it is a subtle manipulation tactic to more easily watch videos of her talking about of how much of a hoe that she is. We watch videos of her talking about that athletes are dumb. Like, it's really easy to get over up on one. So we already know.
I'm not gonna lie about that part. I could agree with her on that part. In a way, I could agree with her on that part because, like, yo, like a lot of them are not really smart, man. A lot of them can't control their they penis in their pants, and they get the most stupid. They get like the most like the female don't like you, bro. And even about athletes, rappers the same way. You know the female don't like you. Why are you spending so much money on her? Not for no coochie. Like, damn, like, nigga, you ain't got, you wasn't getting coochie in the street or something. And not that I'm promoting sleeping around, but it's just like, as a man, bro, we gotta use our head. We gotta use our mind. We gotta use our brain. We gotta use our intuition to make this make sense. To be when someone love you and want to be with you, when someone just using you. You don't want to end like Shannon Sharp, who just end up giving some OnlyFans female who not an OnlyFans no more $60 million. She got rich off him. She made quick money off this dude. She is rich now. Just off that guy. She's rich. So yeah, man. Definitely black people, black athletes. I'm just saying we need to be smarter than that.
Oh, the plays that she had strategically thought of in mind, and young PJ just got caught up in the bullshit. Free PJ.
No, it's not. Yeah, I will. But I'm telling you right now, every single time you come here and he cries, we're gonna record that.
Every single time that he comes in and cries, we're gonna record it. Holy moly.
Man, it's up with me. Just know that it's up.
What'd you say?
I'd love to.
What'd you say?
I didn't stutter.
I didn't hear you say it again.
Suck my dick.
If you had one, maybe I would.
If you had one, maybe I would. Listen, that is only a response from a mature hoe. Only a... Can you imagine? Imagine a classy, mature woman, right? Like, the response to that in that situation, in a classy, mature, respectable woman, modest woman, sincere woman, feminine woman, would never think to respond in this. And that's why I tell all my G's, when you vetting them, make sure that you look at their friends. Make sure you look at their family. See it as they operate. Watch the mama. Was the mama an old hoe, a young hoe? Would you think that the daughter was any different? You'd be crazy to think that the daughter would be any different. Oh, if you had what I would, you nasty baby.
Yeah,
Hey, you wish I would.
And what the f you looking at?
Okay.
Get your ass out my driveway.
So obviously, oh, my bad.
You don't pay for shit either.
I'm sorry. We got to rewind that real quick.
Ass out my driveway, ho.
You don't pay for shit.
You don't pay for shit either. $170,000 to your hoe, but $11,000 in your son's bank account.
Oh, that's. I'm tripping. That wasn't Brittany Renner that was saying that. That was the so-called mom that was saying that. The mom that was saying that. So the mom promoted this kind of whole stuff. It's crazy.
Now, here's the thing, and PJ should have never re-rolled down the window. Just get up out there. You're obviously in a ridiculous-ass situation. You already know you about to be up on World Star. And your job as a man is to protect what's in that vehicle with you. Your girlfriend don't need to be involved in this shit. You need to protect what you value away from what you do not value. That's our jobs as men, to be shield. You keep the window up, you are still a shield. And then she's not even more in it, your girlfriend not even more in it than what she needs to be. But you let the window down because they're starting to get to you, my G.
I agree 100%. 100%. I agree 100%. I wasn't even thinking about that. He should have kept the windows up. See, chat. He should have kept the windows up. There was no need for him to keep it, to bring it down. And now he's gonna get into an argument. Now she finna feel like she gotta jump in. You know, because I guess the mother is talking crazy.
G. And I would say, of anything, you didn't get violent with them, right? You're not going aggressive and calling them out their name, and you didn't put hands up on them, right? They're gonna talk to you like a grown-ass man would never talk to you, because if a grown-ass man talk to you like that, they're going to have to feel them palms. But a woman talking to you like this, we already know that it's sign language at the end of the day. We pay no attention to it. We just keep it moving. But I understand that you're mad, though, because of the situation that the child gets placed into, because at the end of the day, they don't give a shit. But if anything, I would have kept that window up to continue to protect the girl, your girlfriend that's in the whip.
$11,000 in your son's bank account, but $170 for that bill.
There she go. Look at. They trying to fight her. They're trying to fight her because she represents the opposition. She represents what could have been. She represents the better option, and they absolutely hate her for it. But just like I said before, $11,000 in your son's bank account versus $100. I don't know what the $170,000 comment is, but who gives a shit? A baby does not need $11,000 in their bank account. Why in that?
I mean, I disagree with that. I mean, if you're saving up for like college or whatever like that, that could be something that the kid do need. But for her to be talking about that, she's gonna spend that money. She's only mad because she's not getting that money. She's not getting $170,000 allegedly that she's saying that he give her.
Please, somebody, give me one reason why a baby needs all of that money. Please, write it out in the comment section. But these are birds. The comments are coming from bird brains. And they think that we are so stupid that we don't understand that it's not for the baby, it's for them. Why would you want to act this way in front of a child? Why do you think that it's okay and or normal to act this way when you are recording yourself? That's one of the best ways to determine people that live within this, like, disjointment from reality, right? They are so convinced of their own bullshit that they will record themselves acting like an asshole and put it up to the internet, and to their surprise, the internet will often tear them down. But I always find it so interesting that you're so convinced that you're in the right, even though we can all take a look at this and just see who the damn problem is. You think that you're exposing PJ Washington, but you're just exposing yourselves for the type of people that we know that you are to be. And at the end of the day, the person that is suffering the most up out of this is that poor child. To be
Agree 100%. The person who really take an L off this is the baby. It's the innocent little boy. He got to deal with this. He got to deal with this type of situation. It's that little boy. The little boy got to wake up and see a different female in the house. And when he goes home, he gotta see a different dude in the house. So it kind of messed the kid up mentally up there. And he probably is not gonna grow up to be. Not saying he's not gonna grow up. Let me take that back. That can cause him to act up in a certain way. I'm gonna say that. That can cause him to act up a certain way.
In such a confusing environment with a mother that is cosplaying different things just to grift for attention, with a grandmother that is just as much as a hyena as the daughter, with both of them dedicating real time to poisoning the well so that it is as shaky and as unstructured as what they possibly can for a co-parenting situation, because they are so damn bitter that they didn't have what it takes to retain a man of value. TikTok is going ablaze with different reactions. Let's get into a couple.
Yeah, that baby mama, baby daddy drama shit seemed draining as I just watched that video of PJ Tucker, his wife, Brittany Reiner, her mama, and their kid and whatnot. As PJ Tucker was getting his kid from Brittany, he started crying a little bit, and she told him, see, he don't want to be with you. That's how kids are. They're usually crying when they leave their fucking mothers. Once they realize they're safe, they stop crying. Then Brittany Rhino's mama over there recording the whole conversation, following them to the car and shit. They over there arguing and shit while the kid.
I don't know, man. I just think it's just, like I said, to any young folk out there, man, don't just choose a lady because she look good to you. And not saying you should be a woman. You should be with a woman that's ugly or that you don't feel attracted to. Vice versa to a man. Vice versa to a female. Shouldn't be with a dude that you feel that you're unattracted to. But then they don't just look at his pockets. Don't look at his face. Don't look at how big his muscle is. Oh, how big his penis is. However it is, vice versa to the dude. Don't look how pretty she is, how big her booty and titties are. You know, more like see what kind of character she brings. Look at the people around her. Spend some time with her. And most importantly, spend time with God and ask God if this is the right female you would want me to put my seed in and plant my seed in and see if we can grow with this woman. Because not everybody deserves to be a wife, and not every female deserves to be a mother, and not every father deserves to be a father, and not every man deserves to be a husband. So yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna just keep it 100 like that, man. But I'm gonna react to a different video today. Hey, first of all, I want to say Happy Labor Day. I'm just here reacting to video. I haven't been on YouTube lately. Lately, I've been doing Twitch on YouTube, but I try to do Twitch today because I got Twitch. Y'all can follow me on Twitch. I think I got it out. But y'all can follow me on Twitch. Let me see. Y'all can follow me on Twitch. It's called Get Right. See Twitch. Cause I'm gonna fix it again eventually once everything get back to normal. But y'all can follow me on Twitch right here. This is my Twitch channel. Get Right 777. This is my video right now. These are my content. Been playing, you know, basketball and everything. But yeah, y'all follow me, man. Follow me, Get Right 77747. Follow me there, man. And I was trying to do this right here, but I couldn't. So I was gonna go live, but I can't. But yeah, man, y'all follow me, man. I'm trying to get subscribers. Follow me. But yeah, let's get back to it, man. Let's get back to what we're getting to. But yeah, let's see if we react to something else. Let me watch this right here.
When my streaming bill hit $180 a month for channels I don't even watch, I didn't get mad. I got.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
You could not do this. Hey, y'all know what happened. Yeah, I don't know if y'all been hearing the story. But here, what's up, man?
What did you say?
There is a God. The God that gave us Jesus, His Son, and He gave us to
You believe that there is.
My bad, y'all. I'm trying to do this the right way. Trying to do this the right way, y'all. I apologize. Trying to do this the right way. Hey, I just want to put out there, man. There's a fake pastor going around. There's a fake pastor, a fake prophet, a fake whoever he is. He's fake. He's fake. The Bible let us know that in the end time there are going to be fake preachers, fake apostles, fake pastors, whatever you want to call them. Bible call them sheep in wolf clothing. And this guy here, I'm going to show you, is really a sheep in wolf clothing. And I don't know how it's man, it's sad. I don't know how nobody's seen that he was a clown. He was fake, but I don't know how. But this guy's a clown, man. Clown fake, and he deserves to be what he at right now in jail.
Nobody wins when the family.
Hey, this ain't my video. This is a reaction video, so it's gonna be a lot of pause, a lot of that. I'm gonna upload this eventually today on YouTube. So, but again, this ain't my video. This is me reacting to it. Subscribe, share, like, let's get to it.
You could not do this. What?
My bed is from here to not even where the wheelchair's at, and I couldn't get up. I got up one day, and I just literally collapsed when I went to TV. I literally collapsed. There was no way for me to get up from here to walk to here. It is God, and there's no other thing. It's God. It's God. It is God. There is a God. There is a God. There is a God.
Wait. Shh. What did you say?
There is a God. The God that gave us Jesus, His Son, and he gave us to
You
us.
believe that there is a
Believe 100%, and whoever don't, they better start believing because, oh my God.
gossip is murder. Speaking evil of people is murder. Whenever you have any influence with somebody and you can talk to them and turn them against somebody, you just murdered and assassinated that person in the eyes of that person. You marry somebody wrong, it takes God a 7-year season cycle to get you out of it. Because
everything he said is not biblical at all. 7 years cycle, that's not even biblical. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy, the person who claimed that he just healed, looked like probably wasn't even sick. You know, these people, they be doing the fake healing thing. They'll get somebody. There's a video called this guy named I forgot his name. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. I wish I could have him up here so I can make a video of him. I'm gonna find him. He used to be selling stuff on he used to come on BET. And he would have his wife just call out a few people. His wife would be talking to the person, saying this is what the person have, and he'll say, hey, Sarah, God told me you got HIV. Just an example, God told me you got HIV, and you live in this apartment in this house, and you have these many sons. But the only reason he's able to get the information is because of the wife. You know, and I'm trying to find out who that clown was. So because this guy was healing somebody, it doesn't mean that person was really sick. You know, and also doesn't mean that he didn't do a real miracle. It doesn't mean that either. This is where you have to have the discernment. I'm telling you right now, I don't believe it was from God. I believe it was something that he came up, something that he met some dude and he did it. This guy is a clown. He's fake. He's trash. And he's been doing some bad stuff, man. Some bad stuff.
God always deals in 7-year cycles. Don't
The Lord Jesus working face to face with David E. Taylor by appearing on stage with him, captured live on photo.
The Lord said to me, I'm going to make another appearance in this building.
This is phenomenal.
There he is. The Lord just walked on the stage. I honor you, Lord. He just told me to get out.
Do not pay your next car insurance bill. Repeat, do not pay your bill yet. So
off the stage.
He's faking, bro. They all faking. All his people are faking, bro. All of them are faking.
Or Muslim. And I read the book Face to Face. Jesus appeared to us.
Fam, doing this story put me in memory lane. Y'all remember when late night TV used to only have like 4 channels? For me in DC, it was WB50, Fox 5, Channel 4, and whatever else you could pick up with the Mantanas.
Hey, what? I don't know what year this guy is, but I remember I had them channels too. I don't think I had 4 channels though. I remember I had WB, like he just said. I had Fox channel, because I'm from Florida. So I had UPN, and then UPN changed to my 33. And then I remember I used to watch PBS Kid. When you know with the antenna, so it was I probably had like 5 channels. I had 5 channels that I used to watch when I didn't have no cable. Now when I got cable back in 2007, and then it was up from there after that. But back then I remember having maybe 5 channels. I had PBS Kid, like I said, WB before it became CW. I had UPN before it came my 33. And then I'm tripping. TBN, also TBN. I remember I used to watch TBN. So I was kind of lucky enough. I had like maybe 6 channels. 6 channels back on 2000. I wouldn't say 2005, more like 2006. 2005 in the middle to 2006.
After 11 o'clock, when shows like the Bernie Mac show, the Steve Harvey show, or even some of the judges' shows go off, all you will hear is infomercials and preachers on the screen. Promises of holy water, miracle prayers, and free books. All you had to do was send a donation. And back then, a lot of us didn't think.
Damn, this is the guy I'm talking about. His name is Papa, right there. Papa something. What's his name? Damn it. His name is Papa. That's him right here. He can't, I don't know why he ain't showing me. Yeah, him right here. This guy's a full clown. His name is Papa something. Gosh, what's his name? If y'all got his name, please, if you watching this, bro, find his name for me, bro. I know it's Papa something, bro. I don't know. It's Papa something. Papa Popoff. Something like that. Papa Popoff. Something like that. That's it. Popoff. I just found it. Popoff. That's his name. Full clown. Full trash. I ain't gonna lie. He got me though. He got me when I was a kid. He got me one time. He had me get one little manna thing. It was like a little manna he had in a plastic bag. He got me though. He got me one little manna. He told me, yo, this manna is gonna heal you, whatever it is. And I was like probably 12 years old at that time. But this guy's a full clown, bro, full trash. It came out to be that he was a scumbag and he was robbing people too. Just full trash.
But looking back now, were we watching a blueprint to one of the biggest scams in history?
Did you use the miracle spring water twice?
Yep, that's it. Damn, boy, guys, Lee. I don't know. This guy might be in the same era I grew up in. But yeah, that's it right there. That's the clown.
You sent me this miracle spring water and I followed the instructions. 2 days later, I got a check for $2,500. The following week, I got a check for $30,000. And then you had said...
And it's sad too that they were getting black people. They were getting black people.
Some of you all are going to be relocated. The next month, I have moved out to California, but I came back after 3 years later. But I did move out to California, and there was a house available for me when I got there. So I know that the prayers, the prophet.
So you got a check for $2,500.
One for $30,000.
For $30,000, 2 checks, double portion blessing. You can experience the amazing power of God in your own life. Use my free miracle.
They selling God, bro. It's like they pimping God. There's another female who does that. What's her name? Brenino. Forgot her name. She's another female. They pimp God. They put God in some type of clothes and they put him in the street and they pimp him. That's what they doing. Telling people, hey, God could do this for you if you just pay me $100, $1,500. God could do this for you if you send me $50, $40. They're pimping God, and God is not that type of God. Yes, God tells to tithe, but God is not. When somebody's telling you, pay me to pray for you, that's not biblical. Pay me so I can pray for you so you can get healed. That's not biblical. You know. So they use it, and it's sad. They get people like that. They get people like that. These people are the real. These people before scam was popping. These were the real scammers. These were the real scammers.
Miracle Spring Water has a powerful point of contact. Here's my personal email address to request yours. Peter@peterpopoff.org.
That's his name. Oh man, hey, thank you, Jesus. That's his name. Peter Popoff. I just knew it. I said Popoff, but his name is Peter Popoff. That clown, that piece of crap got me. He got me when I was a kid. Freaking clown. He got me when I was a kid, man. Oh man, this is crazy. There's a video. After this, I'm gonna show y'all a video. Let me put him. I'm gonna put him up here so I won't forget. I'm gonna put him up here so I won't forget. He's a freaking clown. Keep it right there. Keep it right there. I'm gonna get him. Let's finish.
Growing up, we all saw it. Midnight TV filled with men and women of God asking for a seed, a donation, or a blessing to unlock your miracle. For some, it was inspiration. For others, it was just background noise. But for the ones cashing out, it was a business, a tax-free business. See, in America, churches and religious organizations don't pay taxes. And when you realize that, it changes the whole game. It means millions of dollars can flow without the same checks and balances as a normal business. And that's exactly what this pastor took advantage of. The man we discussed today, authorities say he wasn't just preaching on Sundays. He was running a... And I just want to tell y'all, they're going to change that eventually.
Churches will be paying taxes. Someone's gonna come and change that. I'm telling you that right now. Someone's gonna come and change that. They're gonna change that, or they're gonna uproot. They're gonna make up another. They're gonna make up a law that's gonna. Trust me. It's gonna be changed.
Full-blown operation, call centers, trafficking allegations, and hundreds of millions of dollars funneled through his church and non-profits, all in God's name. And this man lived like royalty, to say the least. A 15,000 plus square foot mansion, neighbors comparing it to a community college, fleet of cars. He even had a row of cars with bow ties when he was raided by the feds. Outlandish purchases, all while his congregation and donors believed they were sowing seeds into their salvation. But now the mask is off. Within the last 48 hours, federal agents raided his empire and hit him with indictments covering everything from fraud to money laundering. And the question everyone is asking, was this always the motive from the jump? Or did the loopholes, tax breaks, and easy money of the church world pulled him into something bigger than he even planned?
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter what condition it's in.
Today we'll break it all down. His sermons, his scam, and a legal case in chronological order that finally brought this house of cards crashing down. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Find me, David E. Taylor. He founded Joshua Media Ministries International in the 1990s, also known as JMMI, which later rebranded as Kingdom of God Global Church. He branded himself as a self-proclaimed apostle, claiming face-to-face encounters with Jesus, even claiming to be his best friend, which drew both followers and critics.
Before seen in our generation, the Lord Jesus working face to face with David E. Taylor by appearing on stage with him, captured live on photo.
The Lord said to me, I'm going to make another appearance in this building.
This is phenomenal.
There he is. The Lord just walked on the stage. I honor you, Lord. He just told me to get off the stage.
That's glory up there. This is holy. Cry out. Go after him. He's up there. Cry out.
A skeptic in the audience takes a picture. Jesus is captured live, standing on stage, exactly where David E. Taylor said.
So you wanted to see if somebody was up there?
Yes. I took out my cell phone and I snapped that photo with his arms stretched out wide.
You cannot miss your face-to-face visitation from Jesus.
What? TV make you believe anything, what? TV will make you believe anything, what? Hey, I'm happy that God is exposing these people, bro. People might say, well, how you know it's God? God is exposed because these people are. Listen, man. There is a true living God. There's nothing wrong. There's a true living God. But there's also clowns like these that roam around that make it hard for unbelievers to believe, and it's also give the unbeliever like a puff up way to say this is the reason why I don't believe, because it's all about the money. You understand? And a lot of these people are being exposed, so I give God glory for that. I give the true living God, Jesus Christ, the glory for that. But man, the media know how to, TV know how to make things look so real when it's all fake. One thing I do agree with Donald Trump is the media is fake. I agree with him on that.
The Lord is going to meet with his people again. You cannot miss this.
If I told you that Jesus wanted to meet with you face to face like men and women met him in the Bible, would you want this amazing experience?
It was during the Christmas season. I was 17 years old when it first happened. Jesus appeared to me in a dream, and it changed my life forever. And he told me if I wrote this in a book, that he would appear to millions all over the world, and it's happening now.
I was born Muslim, and I read the book Face to Face. Jesus appeared to us.
Face-to-face appearances with Jesus by David E. Taylor changed my whole life. And I remember Jesus there. He came and he was wearing all white.
I was brought up as a Hindu.
I'm not gonna lie. These people should be these people here, they should be interviewed. They should be integrated, whatever they call. They should be interviewed by cops, by whoever, man. They need to be investigated. Let me just forget interview. They need to be investigated. Like, are they part of his crew stealing money too? They need to be investigated.
And as I began reading the book, I had my first encounter with the Lord.
Just like the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream.
Now, Taylor has been accused of running a prosperity gospel scheme, focusing on donations with promises of miracles and blessings. Court records and investigative reports have noted that Taylor lives a lavish lifestyle, funded by donations luxury cars, designer clothing, and multi-million-dollar homes. He gained wider attention when court depositions surfaced online around 2015, showing him dodging questions about extravagant spending in personal relationships.
Residential center.
Yeah, I'm an AI, but I'm here to talk apps. Real apps you can build in minutes with Base 44.
Oh, this is a place that the ministry owns. Well, not own. We're in the process of buying that. Yeah, we don't
So are
own it
you
yet.
renting to buy, or are you?
Yeah, we're leasing to buy.
You have that as an asset of $2,844,500. So do you own it?
I just answered that, didn't I? I said we didn't own it.
Okay,
We're
but
leasing to
where
buy
does
it.
the? I'm sorry.
We're leasing to buy it. Did you? I thought we just said that.
All right, but
Yeah.
you have listed it as an asset worth $2,844,000.
Oh, that should be more of a liability.
All right, so where does the number $2,844,000 come from on your
That's the
asset and liability?
That's, I guess, the appraisal value of the home or the residential center. Yeah.
Is it a home?
No, it's a residential center. We use it.
All right, so you're saying it's not something you own, but you have it listed as an asset of $2.8 million.
That's probably a mistake. Like I say, it probably should be a liability.
Okay, and what goes on at the residential center?
It is really it's a gathering place for our ministry where I bring in different leaders and also
It's freaking line. It's his freaking home. It's his home that he sleep in, and he's. Oh wow.
The staff that we have as a place of, maybe resort and teaching and training.
Resort?
Yeah, teaching. A resort where we teach and train.
On November 29th, 2013, JMMI paid over $6,000 to Louis Vuitton.
Hmm? Yes.
What would that be for?
Well, this is for clothes concerning my TV ministry as well.
Oh, you have to wear Louis Vuitton?
Oh, it don't matter what name it is. The point is clothing are allocated to us for ministry purposes as well.
What do you mean they're allocated to you?
You know, in a media ministry.
In a what?
Media ministry.
Yeah.
Okay, or on the road, when I'm always traveling and using my clothes, I'm sweating through them. So I'm needing new clothes also for television ministry through the years. So
And so you use ministry money to buy your wardrobe?
Outfit.
Your
It's allocated more towards ministry apparel.
Does that go into what your income is?
I'm sorry. I don't
Do you
understand.
show that in your income that you got Louis Vuitton clothing?
No, that's not.
That doesn't show.
Because it don't go there.
It don't go there. I don't know
no.
what that means.
It don't belong there. That's out of place.
What's out of place?
You don't get taxed on things like that. That's for ministry business purpose. So it's not.
Louis Vuitton.
Well, you can call whatever you want.
So June 2014, you spent $3,500 by JMMI to Versace in the Bahamas. Yes?
I'm sure that's right. If it shows there.
And that was for clothing for you?
Yes, probably. Yes, most likely.
So you don't see that there's any problem when you're ministering to the poor, the sick, the needy, to be appearing in Louis Vuitton and Versace?
Well, that ain't something I purchase all the time.
Oh man, excuse me, man. I just burped while I'm laughing, man. This guy's a clown. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, man. This guy's a clown. This guy's a clown. I mean, like, hey, you want to preach in Louis Vuitton and stuff like that? That's you. I'm being honest with you. You're not gonna get my attention in any way. Any way you gonna get my attention is, I mean, like, you preaching Louis Vuitton, I'm gonna think something's not right. in my mind, maybe I take that back. You are gonna get my attention because you're preaching Louis Vuitton. Right then, where you get that money from? So I'm guessing the people that was there, the congregation, who were barely affording to pay their rent, with a mortgage. They didn't ask these questions. There's another clown who just got arrested. He just got 9 years. I think his name is Bishop. He just got 9 years. He claimed to be a bishop. He was from New York City. He just got 9 years for the same crime. I'm telling you, they're gonna make a law on this, bro. Too many people getting caught doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. They're gonna make a law on this. Trust me.
Well, it looks like you did several times in.
I mean, I'm a very frugal person when it comes to this. I go to the right places to get a lot of suits, and if I get some from those places, you don't see that.
I don't see Macy's.
No, you don't see that, because Macy's don't have the kind of suits that I wear. But what I'm saying is, this Louis Vuitton things, you don't see that in our charges all the time.
2013 and 14, JMMI spent over $30,000 in your clothes. Does that sound about right?
What year was that?
13 and 14.
Oh God, yes, because I was traveling so much, and sweating through all my clothes. Exactly. That probably wasn't enough, because just have so.
But they have to be top of the line, expensive ones.
No, they're not top of the line clothes.
Louis Vuitton's not top of the line?
Those not where I get my suits from.
Well, you got something from them spent thousands and thousands.
Well, the belts are more lasting, so that's good.
Come on, you're buying belts for $5,000?
No, I mean, multiple belts. Not
August 2014, you went to the Gucci store in Troy and purchased something?
Yeah,
What
like
would
I
that
say,
be?
it probably was a belt or maybe shoes. I don't
Belt
know.
or shoes?
But I don't usually buy my suits from these very expensive places. I just get.
So think about it, y'all. You think you're giving your money to somehow the word of God can be preached. Maybe the freaking lights can be on in your church. This goofy is taking your money and he's buying $5,000 belts, $5,000 shoes, $5,000 suits. He's taking your hard working money that you think the word of God can be preached more. Maybe the light can be on. Maybe the church can be more up there, you understand? Everything can be neatly. You think you're just giving your money out because first of all, it's stuff. And again, I'm not against tithing, because that is the word of God. You should tithe. You should give to the church. But when a pastor is forcing you to give and he's in your butt to give, then you should that should make you wanna That should make you want to pull away from that church. Because you should give freely, joyfully, not because you're being forced to give. And then with people like this clown, you can understand why people don't want to give to church, because you got clowns like this that's gonna end up taking your money and spend it on Louis Vuitton and mansions. Crazy.
The things that I invest in will last longer, like such as belts.
So you got to go to
shoes.
Gucci or places like that.
Well, no, I buy those things from there because they have a better TV appearance for the belt.
For asking for money from the poor?
No, it's
you paid $1,000 to Monsieur Clothing in New York, and then another $715. Whose clothing was that for?
Where's that now? I don't understand.
August 1st, October 28th, total of over $1,700 to Monsieur Clothing in New York.
I don't know about that.
All right, you testified at your last deposition that JMMI owns 3 vehicles, a BMW, a Mercedes, and a Bentley.
Yes.
Have you driven those cars?
Yes.
Is Michelle?
No.
Do you have $100? Because I'm looking for
They'll go on the clowns right there. They go on the clowns right here. That's one of them two right there.
Believers who are willing to trade $100 for a house.
We usually have a driver.
The 3 cars that we've talked about, in whose name are the titles?
Then the ministry name.
They're all in JMMI.
I think everything except the Bentley.
Whose name is the Bentley in?
It's in DeWin McDill.
I have a question, just from a, you minister to the poor and the sick and all that. Isn't it a little offensive to be driving around in a Bentley and a Mercedes to people that really, are impoverished and sick and ill and AIDS and drug rehab? Isn't it a little offensive to sort of being show placing what you have?
Well, dear one, I don't show place to people, and I'm not in
Bentley.
that car. You don't see me driving around in that car every day. I don't do that.
But it's in the ministry. Everybody in the ministry sees you. You said you drive it.
I haven't before. You just asked me have I drove it, but it ain't something I drive every day or even every year. I don't do that. I have drivers who pick up my guests, my high-profile guests. No.
But do you see my point that people that are suffering and giving you whatever their last dime is and donations and drug habits, to have them see you drive around your high-profile guests in a Bentley or Mercedes might be offensive and hurtful even?
It could be offensive if they didn't know my life, but they know my life. It would be offensive to someone like you who's trying to make it bad, but,
So it's
because your
important you have a
attitude,
Bentley.
it ain't really important. That don't make me.
Then you also have a Land Rover that you lease.
Range Rover.
Range Rover.
Yes, it's not a Land Rover. It's a Range Rover.
Which is the better one? I don't even know.
I don't know. They're just cars, that's all.
All right, then there's a series of documents that total almost $50,000 to Limo Land in 2013 and 14. You have to answer yes.
Yes.
Okay, what was that for?
That was to cut the Mercedes into a limo.
It was to cut the Mercedes
into a limo.
Gosh, so this man took $50,000 to break down the Mercedes into a limousine. So he paid 50. If I'm getting this correct, we'll find out what it really is. We'll find out. So he took $50,000 from his church member to break down to make a Mercedes to turn a Mercedes into a limousine. Okay.
And who needs that?
No, that's for guests.
It's for guests. And for you?
It's mostly
when
for
you're
guests.
Entertaining guests?
Yes.
When you're entertaining?
Well, I'm not. But when we have guests come in, high-profile people, we
you have to have a limo.
That way. Don't have to have a limo, but
in a Mercedes limo.
We treat them.
You treat them?
I said that we have hospitality. Maybe that's a better word.
Okay, then.
And this is not the first one the ministry has had. We had another Mercedes limousine. Yes, right. So
you paid Limo Land almost $50,000 total.
Almost $50,000.
And that was for what? To make a limo.
To cut the Mercedes into a limo.
And you think that was a good use of the money that people donated to you in JMMI?
Well, I mean, the banks certainly have looked at that on our books as good because it has an appraisal value of almost $200K, a little over $150,000.
So, but you got this from donations, and you decided to use it to make a limo.
We really.
You know what just popped in my head? Dr. Umar finna be out there pretty soon. They're gonna start investigating Dr. Umar pretty soon. That little clown finna get it too. They're finna start investigating that way.
Invested really good. The banks.
No,
really
I'm just
think
asking
that.
if that's what you did.
No, not the way you're saying it. It's you're fortifying, forging.
I'm forging?
With your mouth.
They
Yeah.
just The question is,
Okay.
did you use the money for the purpose?
No.
The answer is yes.
So,
In June of 2013, there's over $6,000 worth of charges for the Disney Resort Hotel in Anaheim, California. Do you remember that?
yes.
And did you go?
Yes, I was there.
Does JMMI pay any of your auto expenses?
Yes.
And how much?
Auto expenses, I wouldn't know exactly how much.
You don't know how much you get?
No.
Who
the
would
board
know?
takes care of that.
Who's the board?
You can ask Michelle. She's another person you can refer to.
What about your housing? Does JMMI pay any of that?
Yes.
You get a housing allowance?
Yes.
And how much is that?
I'm not sure.
And do you report these allowances as compensation on your tax return?
Honestly, I don't know how all that work. I have other people who do that, so you can refer to Michelle on that.
Michelle does your taxes?
No, I have other people do it, but she's over a lot of that, the financial aspect.
When you say it's up to the board, now the board includes Michelle,
Yes.
you,
Yes.
and who else?
I'm not sure. You can ask Michelle.
You don't know who's on the board?
You don't know who's on the board? You don't know who's on the board? What the freak? What the freak? You don't know who's on the board that you, I'm pretty sure have picked. Okay.
I would rather you get the accurate information because I don't want to be accused of answering falsely like I have been other times when I've tried to guess. So I just rather I'm telling you I don't know.
So this ain't his first time being asked these questions. Okay.
Ask her.
How many people are on the board?
Don't know. Just
You don't know?
No.
Don't you have to have board meetings?
Yes, we do have board meetings.
So can you count around the table how many people there are?
Well, our board also grows at the same time. So I just rather you just get that information somewhere else.
The last time you had a board meeting was when?
We're taking.
So on the phone, I think it's been the beginning of the year in January. Can't exactly tell the date, but
it was on the phone.
Yeah. I have never been to court for no criminal charges.
Did you ever hire pardon me?
Go on.
Did you ever hire an attorney to represent you in any criminal defense manner?
Yes, I have. And that was the only thing I could think of in 13 is me, when I disciplined my child, and that was the only thing. So I don't know anything other than that.
Tell me in St. Louis?
Yes.
And which child was that?
That was last year, I think, or the year before last, if I'm not 13. So,
which child?
Destiny.
Your 18-year-old daughter?
Yes.
And was this done through Children's Protective Services?
I think so, yeah.
And what were the allegations?
Well, that I had disciplined her because she skipped class 20 times, and they felt my discipline measure of using a belt was abusive.
All right, so you used a belt in disciplining Destiny?
I don't know if I can speak on that. Can I speak on this? Because my lawyers told me don't.
Then, not knowing the status of those proceedings.
Is it resolved? Is it all done?
I'm going to object to the
Well, let me just ask if it's what the status is.
I don't know.
All right, I'm not asking you to say what you did. I'm just asking if the allegations were that you disciplined your daughter with a belt and caused...
Okay.
Just allegations.
You may ask, but I'm going to oppose a constitutional protection on that.
What's the constitutional? I'm not asking him to say what he did or didn't do.
Anything that might lead to or otherwise might considered to be incriminating, I think he's got a right to assert defense.
I think he can tell me what the allegations are. That is not privileged, Fifth Amendment or otherwise.
It is, because if he doesn't know, he's speculating, and I'm going to assert
Well, he's
the
not
privilege.
saying that.
I'm going to assert the privilege. It's absolute. Somebody wants to take it. I don't know. I don't know who the lawyer is. He doesn't seem to know the condition of the matter. So to avoid any kind of drift, and I think maybe you might be concerned about it as well.
Well, is this let me ask you, did this rise to the level of court intervention by the local court in St. Louis that does...
Don't speculate if you don't
well,
know.
I
please don't testify for him.
Well, I don't know.
Did you go to court on it?
What court? What do you...
Any court. Did you ever go to any court about these allegations that you disciplined Destiny?
So would would family court be known as...
If you know.
Yeah, family court.
So you did go to family court? Yes?
Yes.
And what was the outcome of that? Is it done? Is it pending?
I don't know.
You have no idea?
No, I don't know everything.
Is that why Destiny doesn't live with you now?
Yes.
Now, shout out to the platform, Current Clock. They have over 16 videos and over 10 hours of deposition from David Taylor. Now, I wanted you guys to get clips of a summary. Some will say the most important parts. You heard about the home that was recently raided 10 years ago. He called that a service center, which is key to his indictment. But you also heard of the name Michelle. Now, Michelle Brandon has been described as Taylor's longtime associate, co-pastor, and sometimes referred to as his spiritual wife. She has been tied to the ministry since at least 2000s. As you heard from Taylor, handling organizational and administrative aspects. Now 56 years old, Michelle has been linked in court filings and watchdog reports to help funnel money through JMMI's network of nonprofits and shell organizations. She has also been tied to real estate purchases under the ministry's name. The first wave of scandals came between 2013 and 2015. That's what you just heard from that deposition. A series of lawsuits brought Taylor into the spotlight. Depositions went viral, showing him dodging questions about lavish spending, Louis Vuitton clothing, custom suits, luxury cars, and vacations. He claimed the expenses were for ministry purposes, sparking public ridicule. Watchdog groups accused JMMI of being a cult-like organization, exploiting vulnerable people financially and emotionally. Around this time, the IRS began reviewing the church's finances, but no major enforcement action occurred then. Between 2017 and 2019, facing bad press, Taylor rebranded JMMI into Kingdom of God, a global church. The move allowed him to shake off the old scandals while continuing the same operations under a fresh name. The ministry expanded its call centers. According to their recent indictment, they had 9 call centers in Missouri, Michigan, Florida, and Texas. And during this time, instead of Davis, Michelle grew more visibly in leadership, handling financial structures, nonprofits, and real estate tied to the ministry. But then in 2020, former insiders and whistleblowers began exposing the inner workings. Allegations of trafficking volunteers, forcing them to work without pay under the guise of serving God. Call centers where workers used psychological pressure on donors, mainly elderly, to give more money. This lasted until 2024. It should be noted that testimonies.
So these are like scammers. These call centers that was working for him are like scammers. He was hiring scammers to steal from people, bro. Definitely the elderlies. The one who doesn't really know, the one who believes that, oh, God's gonna heal me, God's gonna take this sickness away from me. Wow.
That people lost homes, cars, and life savings after being manipulated by the church. Civil lawsuits
right there
accused Taylor and Brandon of coercion.
If you are sleeping in a position like this, you are wrecking your body and your breathing. Obstructive sleep apnea,
fraud, and misuse of nonprofit funds. Federal investigators built a case, reviewing financial records, wire transfers, and property purchases. So now we got all that caught up within the last 48 hours. Federal prosecutors unsealed indictments against David E. Taylor, 53, and Michelle Brandon, 56. The charges reportedly included wire fraud, money laundering, human trafficking-related offenses, conspiracy to defraud the U.S. government via tax-exempt status abuse. Federal agents raided their property, seizing luxury assets and ministry records. Taylor, Brandon were arrested at one of their large estates. The one that he mentioned in 2015 was a call center. Now, in this 22-page indictment, it mentioned that Taylor calls himself apostle and Jesus' best friend. It also mentioned that Taylor established his first organized call center at 20320 Superior Road in Taylor, Michigan. As mentioned, the purpose of the call centers was to use phone solicitors to raise money from donors. Since then, he operated call centers, as we mentioned, at 9 locations in Missouri, Florida, and Texas. Taylor recruited individuals from across the country to work as phone solicitors at his call centers. Each day, they had a specific number of calls to make or raise a specific dollar amount. The call center workers are unpaid, while KOGGC received millions of dollars in donations each year. According to the feds, they received $50 million in donations since 2014. That's just on record. He recruited individuals to work as his armor bearers, Taylor's personal servants. Their services was to provide food for him, transport him, maintain his house and cars, transport women from ministry houses, airports, and other locations to Taylor's locations, and ensure that the women transported to Taylor's took Plan B pills when they left. And if they disobeyed his orders, their punishment included humiliation, no sleep, forced repentance, additional work, food restrictions, physical assaults, and threats of divine judgment in the form of sickness, accidents, deaths, and eternal damnation. Taylor always claimed that if he and the individual fails to obey his orders and commands, they are defying God and will suffer in hell.
Facing federal charges tonight. They're at the center of what investigators are calling a multi-million-dollar conspiracy involving money laundering, forced labor, and abuse. This follows multiple FBI raids this morning, including at a home in the affluent Avalon neighborhood in Hillsborough County. This was part of a nationwide takedown. Fox 13 is covering this investigation from multiple angles. Our Kylie Jones is at the federal court.
Oh, this guy lived in Tampa, Hillsborough County. I believe that's Tampa. That's around Tampa area. He lived in Tampa. Tampa's like an hour away from
Courthouse in Tampa, diving deeper into the church
and
its leaders. But we begin with Aaron Mesmer live in Avila with more on the raid and reaction from neighbors. Aaron.
Yeah, Haley, and these neighbors were absolutely stunned by what went on this morning. Neighbors in this community, they woke up to helicopters and FBI agents raiding a home in Avila. And once they found out why those federal agents were there, it was even more surprising.
Some of you say, I don't have 100,000, but you have 20,000. You have 50,000 here, or you have 10,000.
That's video of David Taylor asking viewers to send money to his church. Federal authorities now say Taylor used donations to fund an extravagant lifestyle that included this massive mansion in Tampa's affluent Avila community. FBI agents raided the home Wednesday morning.
It's very surprising to hear that type of thing was going on again right in your backyard.
It's unclear what authorities took from the home. This view from Skyfox shows several cars lined up with gift bows on top. Neighbors say the 10-bedroom, 10.5-bathroom, 28,000 square foot mansion is one of the largest in Avila.
Because they was like, how could a pastor afford to live in a house like that?
According to the 23-page federal indictment, this house is one of several properties throughout the country purchased by Taylor's Kingdom of God Global Church. He's the pastor and referred to himself as an apostle, according to court documents. The indictment alleges Taylor recruited people to work at call centers, referring to them as armor bearers.
You know. While I'm watching this video, these things are coming to me, and I believe it's the Holy Spirit of God. It's telling me God give people time to repent and repent and repent and repent. I mean, he was interviewed in 2014, 2015. He was interviewed before, after all this, right? And this guy continued to live like the devil. He continued to rob the innocent. He continued to steal and steal and steal and steal and steal. He continued to spit in God's face. He continued. He never stopped. He never repented. He never said, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to get a normal job. I'm going to give this up. He continued to go down that path. This clown, this piece of crap, continue to go down that path. God get time to people to repent. And then when you don't, you get exposed. You get exposed. And that's what's happening to this clown right here. He's getting exposed for being a horrible person, a disgusting person. Piece of crap.
Investigators say they were his, quote, personal servants who fulfilled Taylor's demands around the clock and were never paid. Taylor and Executive Director Michelle Brannon are accused of controlling nearly every aspect of the workers' lives, cutting them off from family and forcing them to take contraceptives. Human trafficking advocates say it's a devastating situation.
And you really had every aspect of human trafficking. You had individuals who were, brought to a facility that they couldn't leave. They weren't being paid. They had production goals that they had to meet.
And authorities say if the workers
if they couldn't leave, wouldn't that be kidnapping? Would that be another charge form of kidnapping? They can't leave, right? They can't leave, right? That's kidnapping, right?
failed to reach Taylor's monetary goals, they faced punishment, including public humiliation, food and shelter restrictions, sleep deprivations, and physical and psychological abuse. The Tampa Bay CEO says these victims will likely face a long recovery. She says there's another lesson every community can learn from this.
This can happen in one of our most affluent zip codes in Hillsborough County. It can happen in your backyard. It can happen in my backyard.
As for the folks who lived with alleged human trafficking, fraud, and money laundering happening in their backyards.
I hope it's not true, but if it is, he deserves everything he's going to get.
And there was also what appeared to be a federal command center set up just north of here at St. Joseph's Hospital in Lutz. Experts say if there were any human trafficking victims at this property, they likely would have been taken to a nearby hospital for care. Haley?
Let's hope they can get all the help they need. It sounds like they have been.
I know that was a lot, fam, but we're going to wrap this up like this. This story shows how faith, business, and loopholes like tax-free status can create the perfect storm of corruption. David Taylor and Michelle Brannon sold hope to thousands while living like royalty. But now the feds say the bill is due. The question is, will this case finally close the chapter? Or one of America's most infamous prosperity preachers? Or will the system that allows this to happen create another one? Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. This was...
Yeah, man. This guy's a clown. Y'all can go follow him, though. His name is The Family. This pastor here, I don't want to call him a pastor. He's a freaking clown, dude. But here's the guy I'm talking about. This Peter Popoff, dude. He's another clown. A big, disgusting clown. There was a video of this guy, but let me see. It's a video. Let me see this.
So many people preach against everything that we preach for. And so it's no wonder people are confused.
Amen.
But we're here to set you straight.
Amen. And as you use the miracle spring water, and I'm going to tell you more about it as we go into this program, you are going to see not only supernatural prosperity and divine healing and blessings that you will not even have room to contain, but you will see God lead you and guide you into your wealthy place. He will lead you and guide you into your green pastures. Here we go into a service already in progress. You'll see what God is doing right now.
If you've seen televangelists on late night or early morning TV, you may have seen Peter Popoff. In the 1980s, he was a legendary healer amongst Christian preachers, attracting thousands to the megachurches where he delivered sermons. Many saw Mr. Popoff as someone who could make the crippled walk and the sick healthy. So how did this anomaly get started, and where is Mr. Popoff today? Peter Popoff was born in 1946 to Dr. George Popoff and his wife Gerda of occupied Berlin. Sources about his history are unclear. One newspaper says he was born in Bulgaria. He came from a devout family of Christians and claimed his father had divine powers. Peter says he once watched his father turn water into wine, just like in the Bible story. Peter states that both Dr. Popoff and his grandfather were tortured for their Christian faith in occupied Germany, making the decision to leave for America around 1950. PeterPopoff.org gives a scintillating story of the family's immigration by boat to America, where young Peter stood in awe upon seeing the Statue of Liberty. Upon arrival, Dr. Popoff took advantage of American religious freedom and became a traveling preacher. The newly anointed Reverend Popoff started publishing a periodical called Faith Messenger by 1954, sometimes featuring his children Peter and Krista. Dr. George Popoff was listed along with two apparent family members in a document relating to the investigation of un-American propaganda activities in the United States. though as part of a South Slavic organization supporting pro-American virtues. As a pro-capitalist Christian man, he probably didn't have too much to worry about. Dr. Popoff was dubbed in newspapers as an unusual man of God who once spent several hours in heaven. Peter took up the family business at the early age of 13 as the boy.
You can see that the lie even started with the father too. So it was a generation of lies. It's a generation of lies.
Preacher, helping his father with the services of special healing, developed in kind from there. Peter met his wife Elizabeth 10 years later, marrying her in 1971. They spent the 1970s traveling around America preaching their idea of God and Christianity. As told in James Randi's book, The Faith Healers, Mr. Popoff says him and his wife once drove for 50 miles on a nickel of gasoline after God showed them how. Another famous story of Mr. Popoff's is about his use of helium-filled balloons to airdrop religious tracts into communist territories. One older version of his website shares Mr.
You know, sometimes I'd be like, man, sometimes these people start off real good. Sometimes they start off where it really is about God. But somewhere down the line, money come into it. You know, I'm not speaking this for everybody, but sometimes it do come to a point where it really start off about God. It's really about God. It's really about saving souls. It's really about spreading the word of God. But as soon as they get a taste of that apple, as soon as they get a taste of that money, give God a boot in the butt, and the kid got out, and it's like they start getting real evil for the money. You know, the Bible said the root of the love of money is the root of all evil. So they start to fall in love with the money, rather having the love for God. They have the love for the money, and that then creates a part of them to create evil, to create scheme, and to do dirty things. You know, almost to selling their soul for that money.
Mr. Popoff's vision of evangelizing China and the Muslim world. Of his mission in the late 1970s and 80s, it writes, quote, Peter used every means that God made available to get the word into the hands of hungry men and women. You see,
at some point, I believe Peter Popoff started off trying to really do the will of God, trying to really please God I think at some point he started off good, but then he got to this idea where he can make a lot of money, and money became his God, and that's what really turned him to look like a real clown.
Oppressed nations. By 1976, Mr.
I'll be
Popoff
back,
made extensive use of radio to get his message out. His team states this was to continue spreading the good news to countries where it was forbidden. What's certain is that he used the radio along with a growing mail list to solicit donations. Though his father was still active as a preacher until at least 1985, the younger Popoff took his business model and perfected it. Radio and mail pledges made Peter and Elizabeth an incredible amount of money, but that wasn't enough. They eventually settled in Upland, California, where in 1982 they cemented themselves on a growing platform, television.
You're next to see God's miracle touching your own life. Uses these hands, Liz,
That's right,
to bring his power.
The couple found tremendous success on TV, with their program playing across Canada and the United States. Mr. Popoff became, much like his father, increasingly theatrical in his religious performances. Touting himself as a healer, he moved through the crowds, calling on guests to let him transfer the Holy Spirit into their ailing bodies. This attracted scrutiny from a growing body of skeptics that wanted to expose faith healers. A physician by the name of Gary P. Posner led one of the first investigations into Popoff. During a broadcast, the preacher showed a picture of a young girl named Amanda, along with CT scans from November 29, 1983, showing that she had an inoperable brain tumor. Only, Amanda's mother wasn't aware the broadcast was using her daughter until after the fact. In short, the grandmother had called in for Mr. Popoff to heal young Amanda, when in reality the abnormality was an artifact from the scanning process. There never was a brain tumor, but Popoff Ministries nevertheless ran with the story and claimed it was a miracle. This was just one of many questionable business practices Mr. Popoff used in his ministry. That same year, the Chicago Tribune wrote about a 66-year-old widow known only as Gertrude, who had donated the entirety of her savings to Mr. Popoff. When her children found out about it, she aggressively defended Bibles to Moscow. They reached out to the ministry, who ignored their pleas to return the much-needed cash. They sent a follow-up threatening to expose them. Mr. Popoff himself quickly replied, lamenting how poor his small organization was, even saying their funding was short at the time. He went on to state that Gertrude's $21,000 contribution immediately went to the emergency expenses they needed. He finished by promising to help when he could, but it's unlikely he ever followed through. Such anecdotes infuriated the skeptics, who were now more than ever determined to bring him down. One faction was led by the Amazing Randy, an accomplished magician and debunker of the paranormal. As recounted in the Faith Healers, Popoff Ministries would be infiltrated by this group in the mid-1980s. Mr. Popoff's campaign of smuggling Bibles into the Soviet Union was well received in Cold War America. The Popoff Ministry was flush with cash from donations and needed a way to keep that money without the cost of printing all those Russian Bibles. In what the Amazing Randy...
Like I said before, I believe he had like some type of. I believe he started out real well, trying to give the Bible out to certain countries that couldn't receive the Bible. But I feel like the love of money got into his heart and caused him to be fake. Cause him to start scamming people and to start doing evil things. Again, this is what the Bible said. I'm going to repeat myself. Again, this is what the Bible said. The love of money is the root of all evil. Because it calls you to do things like this. It calls you to scam people and to steal from the elderlies and to just be rootless as possible. That's what the love of money do. Not that money is a bad thing. Not that God is against money. It's just when you start loving money, it calls you to do things. It calls you to prostitute yourself for it.
Andy called a harebrained scheme, the ministry planned a fake break-in at headquarters, stating that vandals, possibly Satanists, had trashed the place along with all of the Bibles. A shaken Reverend Popoff appeared before his television audience to explain what had happened, using this as a chance to solicit more money out of viewers. In truth, an employee of the ministry named Mike Delaney had been the one to destroy the Bibles. Though perhaps convincing for 1985, Mr. Randy notes a number of holes in the plan. For one, receipts indicate replacement glass was ordered 3 days before the alleged break-in. The amount of literature damage was grossly overrepresented by as much as 10 times the true amount, and they weren't even Bibles, but rather short tracts. It's written that for the television report of what happened, the crew used onions to make Mr. Popoff cry. Though in hindsight his story seems hokey, it was convincing enough for his audience to not only believe him, but offer up even more support for his East European project. His suggested donation was for $500. From here, the Popoff Ministry ramped up production of the blessed objects it sold.
Oh shoot! Go back. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. The Miracle Manna.
From here, the Popoff Ministry ramped up production of the
Miracle Manna loaf. That's what I got. That clown, man. He got me on that. He got me on that Miracle Manna loaf. He got me on that. That's the one I bought.
Blessed objects it sold. Viewers at home who couldn't make it out to the broadcast could be healed through the mail with the Reverend's line of magic oils, cloths, and more. The claim was that these came straight from the Promised Land. Most were repackaged household items. His personalized letters came with felt envelopes and more, with which recipients were expected to seed the pouch with cash or checks, a practice commonly known as prosperity gospel. It remains a fixture of modern charismatics like Joel Osteen. The Popoff sermons of the mid-1980s onward were infamous for their insistence on seeding the faith of viewers, and elaborate displays of Peter's healing powers became a source of contention for those skeptics looking to bring him down. And they would find their way in by using Peter's biggest selling point against him: his audience. The Amazing Randy attended some of the Popoff shows in a clandestine way to gather information. His team saw firsthand how fast he was able to call out to his audience, reciting personal facts about them that seemed God-given.
John 3784, Archwood Road. God is burning those blood clots out of his veins, out of his arteries.
A young Banachek was part of this team of skeptics. And
You know how you know that man address and everything? Because his wife would ask these people some questions, and he had a piece in his ear where he would get these information. That's the video I'm looking for. I think it's in 60 Minutes where his wife is the one that got all the information. I think I'm gonna look for it. It's one in 60 Minutes.
and was one of the audience members Popoff enlisted to collect donations during the show. On his way back, he noticed that Mr. Popoff was wearing an earpiece. To the cold truth they were about to uncover. After months of investigation, Peter Popoff's scam was exposed to the American public on Johnny Carson. Before appearing on Johnny Carson, James Randi first went to CNN with his charges against Mr. Popoff. But he didn't reveal the smoking gun that would seal the ministry just yet. He knew that Mr. Popoff would first deny it, and without any evidence, he might have gotten away with that. Mr. Randi was 2 steps ahead, though. He let Mr. Popoff double down on his claims of divinity, giving him a false sense of security that the worst was over. Now came time for Mr. Randi to hit him where it hurt. As the king of late night, Johnny Carson's reach in 1986 was unparalleled. On a May night that year, Mr. Randi was a guest on the program, bringing with him the conclusions of the investigation. Initially, the producers wanted Mr. Randi to screen his footage ahead of time, as Mr. Carson famously did not like secrets. But Mr. Randi explained the reaction he'd get from the television host would be priceless. And he was right. During their interview, the depth of Mr. Popoff's scam was revealed when recordings were provided of Elizabeth giving her husband pointers through the earpiece, such as the names and seating locations of guests, along with whatever ailed them. Johnny Carson was floored. He too hated these hucksters who preyed on the beliefs of others. His reaction could be summed up in 2 words: oh shit. Mr. Randi went on to detail elements of the Popoff scheme, like Elizabeth's sick sense of humor about the illnesses of guests, and her use of racial slurs. But what made headlines was that the entire gimmick of Popoff, that he could hear and channel the voice of God, was an elaborate ruse. Basically, guests were selected ahead of time and put in wheelchairs, or otherwise made extremely frail looking. Though most of the time they were genuinely sick, they would be unknowingly used by the Popoff team as props for him to show off with. The mania of Popoff's sermons and the energetic crowds would spring some arthritic people into action, and they were kept going through an adrenaline rush. This explains why they could dance when commanded to. Mr. Randi discovered this by planting his own men in the crowds to be selected, in one instance having a man act like a wheelchair-bound woman. The ministry didn't clue in, going through the same healing routine with these phony illnesses and then claiming to have saved them. Information gathered ahead of time on prayer cards would be passed via radio transmitter from Mrs. Popoff to Peter down on stage, though his followers were none the wiser. Mr. Popoff did throw away medications and call out personal facts with a certain charisma, but once the Carson audience heard the famous recording of Elizabeth...
Hello, Petey. Can you hear me?
That's his wife. That's his wife. That's his wife. That's his wife.
If you can't, you're in trouble.
It was clear he was nothing but bluster. What was more outrageous was that Mr. Popoff was making $4 million a year doing this, something Mr. Randi made sure to remind the audience of. The news spread like wildfire. Popoff Ministries tried denial at first, claiming NBC hired somebody to impersonate his wife. His most loyal viewers weren't shaken, with money still coming in consistently for at least the next 8 months.
He's trying to say this is a big hoax, and so everything else is a hoax too. He's trying to say that nothing divine is being spoken. But actually, our ratings are up.
Though Mr. Popoff kept a tight leash at the ministry amidst all the chaos, Mr. Randi speculated that the exposure would be a slow boil. After all, there wasn't much crossover between the Popoff audience and the Carson audience. It's this type of media isolation that is considered key to ministries like Popoff's for tricking the audience. By July, Peter Popoff was on the defensive. He attacked James Randi and others for being atheists and insisted he never once faked a miracle. On the inside, assistants to Mr. Popoff tried to persuade him to admit the truth, to no avail. He pushed out those who challenged him, installing his father George Popoff and sister Ruth Ferguson to help him lead a new organization, People United for Christ. He then tried to flip the script, saying he didn't believe people could be naive enough to believe him in full. His sermons told a different story. Denial and projection could stave off accusations for a while, but by 1987, Mr. Randy saw the results of his work. Gossiping amongst churchgoers was thought to have spread the news to Christians out of the loop, who shunned Peter Popoff in droves. He continued sending out donation literature, but his presence on television had all but diminished. He had to keep a low profile, forcing him back onto radio. Donations plummeted, and by September 1987, Peter Popoff Ministries filed for bankruptcy.
So because he got exposed, he had to he wasn't getting no more money now. So now he had to change up the game plan now. These guys are scammers. Like, if there's a Hall of Fame scammers, these guys are should be like the first one on it. This should be the first one in it. Like, these guys are real live professional scammers. So since this dude here got exposed, he now got to come with a different game plan. Let's see what he come with a different game plan. Let's see how he come up with it. Let's see about it, chat.
Though financially ruined, Reverend Popoff wouldn't be stopped. He spent the next few years figuring out a new strategy, and before long, he was back on television. Mr. Popoff's rebranding wasn't focused so much on content as it was target audience. The Washington Post wrote by 1998 he had moved his outreach from white Southern Americans to a more conservative African American viewer base.
So he went from tricking the white people. So now he's finna trick the black people. And I remember seeing him too, because he used to be on BET. He used to be on BET. The first time I seen him was maybe late night TV. Like back in the day, back in my day, 2005, 2006. There was I know for me I only had like 5 or 6 channels. I'm gonna keep it 100. I only had 5 or 6. I didn't have cable, so I only had like 5 or 6 channels, bro. So this clown would come at nighttime, like maybe around like 11, 12ish, around Monday through Friday. Right? No, I'm probably not. I think maybe on Saturday or Sunday, around those days. Or maybe Monday through Friday, or maybe Monday through Saturday. I don't know. All I know is he would come at nighttime. He would come around like 11 or 12 o'clock. And I think he would come in like maybe channel, because I used to watch Channel 29 Fox. I think it was Channel 29 or maybe WB, which became CW. So this is how I met this clown. This is how I met him. This is how I started getting into him. I thought he was real. At this point, I'm growing in my faith. So I'm just going by the basic.
To do this, he bought time on the Black Entertainment Network and featured more African Americans in his testimonials than ever before. Though most other television...
I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I'm going by the basic, but not knowing that this guy's a clown and this guy, he did kind of rob me, because I think I sent him like $5. Back then it was cheap, so I think I sent him like $5. I was a kid, so I sent him $5. I was growing in my faith with God, growing in my walk with God. I was like maybe 12 years old, 13 years old. I was growing my faith in my walk with God at that age.
Evangelists had found their viewership fall. Mr. Popoff was bouncing back. His transparent attempt at selling the black community on prosperity gospel was widely condemned. But his attorney turned this around on critics, saying they were the ones being patronizing towards Mr. Popoff's audience. Nevertheless, elderly black women in particular were seen as Mr. Popoff's favorite, especially those desperate for some kind of miracle. Like before, he was back to promising checks for $1,000 being sent out to those who wrote to him. His trademark healing didn't stop either. Superstition and a penchant for forgiveness amongst his remaining followers meant that once again, Peter Popoff was on the rise. In 2001, Mr. Popoff was marketing his infamous Miracle Spring Water as a free giveaway item that could have prayers answered. A woman named Carol Bercier, whose sons had both been diagnosed with serious illnesses, reached out for some of the water. Along with it came a letter from Mr. Popoff explaining that...
And that's the saddest thing about this too. The saddest thing about this is that this guy here, he's robbing people that are of need. You know, when you have need, you're willing to do anything. You're willing to believe anything. You understand? So this clown is robbing these people, saying, yes, can God heal? I believe 100% God can heal. I believe he can. I deep down in my heart, I believe God can. I believe deep down in my heart, God can heal. Like, some people, devil's gonna hit you. Like, I don't know wherever it just come from. Sometimes someone might say, "Well, how come God doesn't heal the people that's in the hospital that are sick, whatever like that?" Isn't that how come God doesn't do it? If it's God's will for it to be done, it will be done. But do God heal? Yes, He does. But when you got somebody like this who's scamming you and saying, "Yo, give me your earning, your last check, your last money to give me everything you got in your bank account, and God's gonna heal you." That's not only are you robbing that person financially, you're robbing them also of their faith. The Bible said it'd be better if you tell yourself, it'd be better if you put a knot on your neck and threw yourself over over the ocean. To make one of these little ones stumble. So what these scammers do, these preacher scammers, not only are they robbing the people financially, they're robbing the people spiritually of their belief. Because now this person who probably was weak in God, whose faith maybe was not that strong, he's gonna look like, be like, damn, he should be a preacher, he should be a prophet, and he's robbing from me, man. There is no God. God's not real. How the hell would God use somebody like this? How would God use somebody like this? And not knowing, because they don't read the Bible, they don't have this strong build up relationship with God. They just go with it. So not only are these punk robbing people financially, they're robbing these people spiritually also.
Chernobyl victims who drank the same water were spared radiation poisoning. But as the show 2020 reported, the instructions also said the bottle was to be sent back with $17 inside after consuming for the full effects to take hold. And Mrs. Bercier followed these instructions faithfully, spending in total over $500 for the Popoff collection of mystical trinkets. Once again, she wasn't the only one. Somehow, the entire scandal of Mr. Popoff's past was by now forgotten, and the ministry was making almost $10 million a year by 2003. This only ballooned over the next...
He came right back up. They didn't make a movie of this clown. Not in the way of praising him, just making a fool out of him. Well, he live or he died. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but yeah, they need to make a movie about this clown.
Few years. What was most baffling of all was how easily Mr. Popoff slipped back into his old habits, hardly shaking up his formula at all. And that once more, it worked. By 2007, Insider Edition reported that Popoff Ministries was doing, quote, better than ever. Promising debt erasure and more, his schemes caught the attention of the government of Western Australia, who noticed he was actively referring to himself as a prophet. Because his home was technically the property of the church, it had tax-exempt status. GQ magazine explains that the organization only became a church in 2006 after merging with a small chapel in Texas. It later moved into a strip mall. By now, his adult children Amy and Nick were also in the family business. Unsurprisingly, things on the inside of People United for Christ were not as wholesome as Mr. Popoff would want you to think. The details of working at their California headquarters would soon come to light when one employee had enough with what she had seen. Crystal Sanchez recounts working for Popoff's organization in her book, The Real Truth Behind People United for Christ. She writes that employees of Popoff were expected to look a certain way, in particular the women. Failing to comply meant the higher-ups would find a way to get rid of you. The mailing room was set up like any other business, with teams opening letters to take out cash. Popoff Ministries was also soliciting the donation of gold heirlooms and other valuables from its viewers. These were almost instantly resold. After the orientation period, any employee errors were said to have been disciplined in kind. Miss Sanchez described the setup as pretty much identical to a bank she worked at. Most prayer requests never reached Peter Popoff, nor did he personally respond, as he likes to imply. Cameras were everywhere around the headquarters, and cell phones banned for all but Peter and his children. Miss Sanchez claims to have been caught using her cell phone, though while in a locked bathroom stall. But what concerned Miss Sanchez most was the ministry's treatment of so-called partners, the name the organization used for people who mail in to Peter. The headquarters have a strict no-tolerance policy for anybody who shows up to speak with the Reverend personally. One woman sold everything and abandoned her family to meet Mr. Popoff, but was stopped by the administration. When she refused their offer of a plane ticket home, the ministry sent her in a taxi to the local women's shelter. Apparently, when Mr. Popoff found out about the incident, he laughed it off. Interestingly enough, Crystal Sanchez says that by the 2010s, the highly secretive organization was becoming paranoid that James Randi was after them yet again. Management was convinced there were moles on the inside, gathering intel to bring Popoff down. Their disdain for the media was similarly strong.
Listen, Hollywood, we need to make a movie on this. Listen to me. Make a movie on this guy, man. Y'all gonna make money. Come on, man. Hollywood, we gonna make, not we. Y'all gonna make money. Make a movie of this guy, Peter Popoff, man. Make a movie. I don't know he can sue y'all, cause I don't know if it's, but y'all Hollywood, y'all got the will of the government. Y'all moving with the devil and stuff. Y'all know what y'all doing. You clowns are clowns. You guys are clowns too. But make a movie of this. This would be a good movie. Make a movie at Peter Popoff. The false, whatever y'all want to call him. These guys are clown. Y'all need to make a movie of this clown.
There was a full lockdown procedure, including blocking out the windows should news crews arrive unannounced. GQ scored a rare interview with the Reverend in 2017, where he said he wasn't using an earpiece anymore. Mr. Popoff was upfront about using the earpiece for dramatic flair, defending himself by saying it was all for television. It seems there's been no end to the Popoff family's lavish lifestyles, paid for by the sick and desperate.
Hey, this guy has not been to jail. Peter Popoff has not went to jail. He need to go to jail. He didn't go to jail. This dude need to go to jail.
Far from the biblical teachings of avoiding showiness with charity and resisting indulgence, the Popoffs continue to enjoy the best clothing and fastest cars. In 2019, Peter Popoff's show came under the scrutiny of the United Kingdom's Office of Communications for promoting his miracle spring water. Similar to his practices in the States, he was marketing to a mostly African and Caribbean audience. The office found his claims of curing cancer to violate regulations against commercial exploitation, and ordered the program not be shown again. Peter Popoff and his family continue bombarding audiences with their messages by mail, on television, and now online. Most testimonials don't paint a positive picture of Mr. Popoff. It is sometimes argued he's simply faithful enough to truly believe his own stories. But there is an undeniable pattern of opportunism to his 4 decades of television preaching. Though it's surprising he still finds followers despite a lengthy paper trail, it doesn't seem like Mr. Popoff has any intentions of changing. The way of the faith healer may be dying out, but figures like Peter Popoff show that the desperation of others will keep them around for a while longer.
You're going to think about this man of God. Well, it's going to be astonishing. I see another lady. You're going to get a letter with money in it, several $1,000s that you weren't even expecting. And the next 7 days, remember these words from this man of God. You're going to think of me, and you're going to think about these words that I'm speaking to you.
I think this is it right here. This is the end. This is what the Bible said. They come in wolf, and they are sheep. They claim to be sheep, but they really are wolves. God was warning us about clowns like this. Jesus Christ was warning us about clowns like this. In the Bible about sheep who come in clothes, and they come as sheep, but they are really wolves. God was warning us about clowns like this. He was warning us. Same way God continued to warn us about hell and other things. He was warning us about this clown, these clowns right here. He call them wolves. Come on, y'all. Let me see him. No, did he go to jail? Make sure. I'm guessing he never went to jail. I'm guessing he's not in jail. What is going on here? This guy's a fraud. How can they allow this guy to continue to scam people out of their money? Sad to me seeing folks with so little sending in their hard-earned cash. This jerk. Why do people support this guy? I'm guessing this guy haven't been to jail. I'm guessing he didn't go to jail. Randy Tibbs of The Roost made his way to the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. I'm guessing this guy never went to jail, bro. He never went to jail. Well, that was it for y'all folks. But hey, this is who the Bible is claiming us. Watch out for these wolves. They come in sheep clothes. They speak like us. They might even fake it and act like us. They're wolves. Watch out for these clowns, bro. Watch out for them. Read your Bible, man. Spend time with God so you can know them by their fruits. You can know them. By their fruits, man. These guys are clowns, bro. Watch out for them. Subscribe, share, like, man. God love, God bless. What else I can read? This is another clown here, right here. This guy here, Lamar Jackson. He's another clown. This guy's another clown. He's a piece of crap. He's a piece of crap too. He's another clown. Let me see.
God chose me to be a.
He's a piece of crap too, man. He's another crap. What's up, y'all? Hey, first of all, I want to say I'm live streaming and also recording at the same time. So I just want to say I'm live streaming and recording at the same time. This is another guy I'm talking about. God been exposing these false preachers. This another clown. His name is Bishop Lamar. He's another clown from New York City claiming to be he claiming to be a preacher, and he was a man of God, and he got arrested, and now he's doing prison time for 9 years. He's in prison for 9 years. He's another clown. Let's get to it, y'all. This ain't my video. This is just me reacting to it. This educational purpose only, y'all. Subscribe, share, like. Not my video. Y'all can go subscribe to her channel. This is her channel right here. Not the good girl. That's her channel. Y'all go subscribe to her. Subscribe to this beautiful, pretty young. I guess she's young or old. I don't know what she is, but subscribe to this beautiful woman. But yeah, back to my channel.
Y'all think I want to be a preacher? You think
not back to my channel. Back to this.
I don't get paid from preaching. Y'all think I want? No, I have to follow my calling.
He said God chose me to be a preacher. God chose me to be a preacher.
me tell y'all something of who Bishop Whitehead is, right? Let me tell you who Bishop Whitehead is. Bishop Whitehead is going to say it like he want to say it, and I'm going to tell it like it is, because I ain't scared of none of y'all.
He dresses in designer suits, drives a Rolls Royce, and preaches regularly to his 1.5 million Instagram followers while referring to himself in third person. But he's not a wealthy businessman or influencer. In his own words, Bishop Whitehead is the GOAT when it comes to faith and ministry. Behind the rags to riches story he would have his followers believe is a skilled con man with a dark past. A past that includes using love to steal what police believed was millions of dollars, landing him in federal prison. But the bishop didn't leave prison a reformed man. His cons are still going on today, including on the most vulnerable of his congregation.
Confrontation during a Sunday sermon in Brooklyn landed 2 people behind bars, including a bishop who argues he was protecting his family.
Remember, he was also robbed too. That's how people got to know who he was when he got robbed. Don't know why he got robbed, but he allegedly got robbed. There's a video of him getting robbed. They were pointing guns at him. They were pointing a gun at him, and he had to get down, so on and so on. So there's video of him getting robbed.
This is the story of the scandalous life of the Brooklyn bishop, Lamor Whitehead. Before we begin, a quick note about the sponsor of this video, Care Of. Care Of is a subscription service support. Lamor Whitehead was born in 1978 to a loving mother and father. But tragedy struck Lamor's life when he was only 6 weeks old, when his father was killed in a violent police altercation during a routine traffic stop. After that, Lamor and his siblings were raised by their mother. Despite the adversity, Lamor excelled at school and was a gifted athlete. When he graduated high school, he was offered scholarships to Shaw University, Farmingdale University, and Eastern New Mexico University. Eventually, Eastern New Mexico won out and Lamor enrolled on accounting and videography courses. After returning to New York, Lamor opened his own business as a mortgage broker. It was around this time he claimed he felt an awakening to his true purpose. That purpose was ministry, and he enrolled in further studies at the New York Theological Seminary. He completed a...
Remember, he went to prison already, I believe, for the same thing. So when he came back out again, I guess he figured out he was going to change up the road now. He was going to do something else.
Certificate in Ministry and Human Services from the Theological Institution of Rising Hope, Inc., an accredited institution. After finishing his studies, he became a licensed New York State chaplain and a certified marriage and funeral officiant. So far, Lamor's story sounds like that of an intelligent man who felt called to serve a higher purpose. He had overcome the trials of his childhood and the challenges of the community where he was raised, and he wanted to inspire those who are struggling and show them a path to redemption through his God. But behind the facade, Lamor was using his talents for something much more sinister. In 2005, a woman in the New York County of Suffolk reported that her name had been fraudulently used to buy a motorcycle. It only took a couple of days for police to spot the motorcycle, and when they pulled it over, the driver identified himself as Lamor Whitehead. When investigators looked a little closer at Lamor and the apparent identity theft of the woman, they were able to connect the events to a string of other similar cases. Starting in 2004, officers in the same New York County of Suffolk had received complaints from multiple residents who claimed their identities had been stolen. All of the reports had one thing in common. The stolen identities had been used to secure financing for the purchase of vehicles, many of them Range Rovers and motorbikes. As the number of victims began to grow, the police department determined there was more than one person involved. So they established a theft investigation unit in the hopes of tracking down the perpetrators. While it wasn't always the same person who used the stolen identity, The investigation revealed that one lead person was behind the scheme, Lamore Whitehead. This is how the scheme went down. During the years the identity theft was taking place, Lamore was dating a woman who worked at a Long Island car dealership. Part of her job was running credit reports on customers who needed financing in order to buy a vehicle. To do so, she had access to almost all of the customers' personal information, including their social security numbers, bank accounts.
That's dangerous, man. I mean, back in the day, it had to be dangerous. There's a movie about that too. I forgot. There's a movie like that. There's a movie. It's based on a real story where this lady was able to steal this. She was able to take this lady information because the lady came in, give an application for a loan. And the woman who worked there was able to take the application, take the information, take everything of this lady, and was able to steal her identity, and was able to buy a house under her name, buy clothes under her name. So much stuff. This was like maybe this is a true movie, but this is a very old movie, like a 2000, maybe maybe a 1999, whatever movie it is. I forgot the name of it. But it was based on a true story. And this is why it'd be scared sometimes to give. I'd be scared sometimes to give my social, my credit card to people. It's just, I'd be scared, bro. I do it anyway, but I'm telling you, bro, I'd be scared, bro. I'd be like, damn, I'd be scared. Sometimes I even gotta ask them, like, why do you need all that information? You know. Because I just be scared, and you can't trust people these days.
Credit history, and home addresses. Lamore's girlfriend kept the login details for her work computer sitting on her desk at home. And while showering her with compliments, gifts, and nice dinners, Lamore was secretly using her login info to access the customer's personal information and take out loans and lines of credit in their names. Lamore used the loans to buy nice cars and motorbikes, as well as to deck himself out in designer threads and jewelry. Overnight.
And these people who be stealing these niggas are so stupid and dumb, bro. I'm so sorry, I don't mean to say this, but these people are stupid and dumb. They'll steal it, right? They'll steal your identity, and rather than saying, let me buy a house, let me start a business, they'll start buying things, stuff that don't mean nothing. They don't mean a value once it come out the store. These people are stupid, bro. And it like, yo, you buying these Gucci glasses, all these dumb stuff that your punk, that your poor ass couldn't get. I'm so sorry, Lord, that you couldn't get, and out of nowhere now you couldn't, like, bro, you're stealing people's identity, you're stealing their money. Rather than saying, let me start a business, let me buy a business, something. You're buying clothes. You're buying cars. Not saying that if you steal somebody, then you should be able to start a business or whatever like that. It is still bad, but still, these are the things that you're buying. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
Lamore had gone from a humble, Brooklyn-born and raised chaplain to a high roller who splurged on gifts and gadgets. He put his wealth down to his success as a mortgage broker, but identity theft wasn't the only scam Lamore was running. He was still working as a mortgage broker when he realized that not only did he have access to easy targets through his girlfriend, he was sitting on a goldmine of personal information himself. His job meant that he had access to the same information about each of his clients as well. He knew exactly what they were worth, and he knew exactly how much more they could borrow. Armed with this knowledge, Lamore reached out to one of the clients he previously helped secure a mortgage for and made him a proposal, telling him, quote, "You give me $200,000 and I will give you back $225,000 in 30 days. It sounded like easy money, and the client had already in $30,000 and made him a proposal, telling him, quote, "You give me $200,000 and I will give you back $225,000 in 30."
So you're gonna give me. I'll give you back $200,000. You're gonna only give me back what? $225,000? That doesn't make any sense. So I give you $200. So rather you give me, I don't know, $1 million back, or 400 or 500, or $600 or $700 back, you're gonna give me back. Just what? $25,000 more? In a way, 200. So I give you $200, $200,000. You're gonna give me back $25,000. It's like me getting somebody $200 and they say, I give you back $225. How's that a win? How's that a win? It's not a win. It's not a win. What in the world? That's not a win.
30 days. It sounded like easy money, and the client had already been impressed by Lamore when they worked on the mortgage deal. He trusted him. So the client agreed to the arrangement and took out a $200,000 loan against the home he had just purchased. He didn't tell his family about the arrangement as he wanted to surprise them with a special gift when the $25,000 came through. It will come as no surprise that 30 days came and went without the original loan or the agreed interest being paid. One day in 2006, 26-year-old Lamore was driving a stolen Land Rover down Riverside Drive in Manhattan when police lights appeared in his rearview mirror. After pulling over, he was quickly surrounded by officers, many who made up the theft investigation unit established 1 year prior, and he was arrested on multiple charges of identity theft. Suffolk Detective Sergeant Stephen Jensen described Lamore's outfit at the time as a pimp-style red and white mink coat. After the arrest, police searched Lamore's $500,000 home. Officers found multiple laptops, cell phones, a stolen weapon, and a bulletproof vest, all of which they believed were tools Lamore used to carry out his crimes.
Again, this was back 2006. He just got arrested again. He just went to prison 9 years. He's doing 9 years right now. So again, this was back in 2006. So this is him back in 2006.
He was subsequently charged with illegal possession of a firearm. But the identity theft and firearms charges were merely a speed bump on Lamore's road to riches. Despite the indictment, Lamore was released on $90,000 bail and set free to do as he pleased. And it pleased him to keep on scheming. That was until 2008 when he was finally taken into custody to stand trial. By then, he had been charged with 10 counts of identity fraud relating to more than $500,000 worth of loans. Ultimately, Lamore was convicted on 17 counts of identity theft and sentenced to 10 to 30 years in prison. As other victims came forward, the prosecutor in the case later stated they believed Lamore's fraud could total more than $2 million. But after spending less than 6 years behind bars and being described as an ideal inmate, Lamore Whitehead was released from prison in 2013, and the bishop was just getting started. I have a calling, and I had to do what I had to do. As soon as I came home, it was on. These were the words of the bishop who was newly released from prison and promising redemption. Only weeks after leaving prison, Lamore set up his own church called the Leaders of Tomorrow Ministries. His congregation started with 43 worshipers who came to his home to hear his inspiring sermons about rising up from where you came from and achieving financial success through God's power. Lamore's form.
These scammers, they know how to talk, but I ain't gonna lie. They know how to preach. They know how to preach your boots off, but they know how to take your. Some most of these scammers, they'll tell you, man, work hard, do all of this, do all that, and they just damn near just they got your hand, they got the hand, they got their hands in your pocket, and then they telling you to work hard and do good, and while they stealing from you little by little.
Of preaching has been referred to as the prosperity gospel, which emphasizes the material benefits one can achieve through a relationship with God. Whereas other forms of Christianity preach humility and giving what you have to help others, Lamore preached about proudly demonstrating your affluence as a means to attract others to God. In this one aspect, Lamore practiced what he preached. He would stand at the front of his congregation wearing tailored designer suits with chains of gold and diamonds hanging.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If I go to church and I see a guy like this, I'm not gonna take you serious. I cannot take you serious, bro. You're dressed like a pimp. I cannot take you serious. You're dressed better than I am. I'm not gonna feel comfortable giving you any money. You dressed better than I am, bro. So in my eyes, I'm gonna be looking at, man, you're probably taking my money to buy these clothes, bro. He's a clown, man.
Hanging from his neck. He had a garage full of various high-powered luxury and sports cars. So where did the money come from? Lamore got it exactly where any self-respecting designer-wearing prophet would get it. His congregation.
And this woman right here, this is supposedly allegedly his wife. This right here is supposedly allegedly his wife.
Well, some of it. At the end of each sermon, Lamore would hold up a stack of empty envelopes and invite his followers to bid on an envelope to the value they wanted to sow. He told them that the more they sowed, the more they would reap in return. Whether it was $50, $500, or $5,000, there seemed to be no shortage of people willing to donate to his fund. But even if every one of the 43 members in his church gave him an envelope full of cash, his clothing and lifestyle far exceeded the amount he was being given. One Gucci or Louis Vuitton suit with matching shoes can easily cost $10,000, and that doesn't account for the jewelry or the cars. So where did he earn lifestyle? In early 2020, 56-year-old Pauline Anderson had the misfortune to cross paths with Bishop Lamore Whitehead. When she attended one of Lamore's sermons, she saw a well-dressed, wealthy pastor tell the congregation how they could and should get rich through God and him. 4 months after joining the church, Pauline underwent a major surgery and received a get-well-soon phone call from the pastor. Just a few months later, Pauline received another call from the man, and this time he wanted to talk about money. Pauline had always wanted to buy herself a home for her and her family, but her credit had always wanted to buy herself.
I just want to say this is not Pauline. This is his wife. This is his wife. It's not Pauline right here. This is his wife.
He wanted to talk about money. Pauline had always wanted to buy herself a home for her and her family, but her credit score had taken some hits over the years, and she was turned down by every lender she approached. Despite having a deposit saved, she was never able to secure a loan. Enter her savior, Lamore Whitehead. Lamore told her about his experience with mortgage broking and offered her a solution to her credit problem. In exchange for her deposit, he would buy a home in her name through his company, Lamore Whitehead, Inc. Lamore assured Pauline that her deposit would cover the house and any repairs it needed, and would also leave a little bit left over, which he would return to her with some interest. Pauline had no job after having surgery, and the deposit was everything she had to her name, including her retirement fund. Although Lamore had helped her son buy a home, she was still cautious of doing business with the bishop. To put her worries to rest, Lamore offered her a $100 monthly stipend, which he would pay until she moved into her new home. That promise did the trick, and on the 30th of November 2020, Pauline wrote a check to Lamore's business for $90,000. For 6 months, Pauline never received a single $100 monthly stipend and heard nothing about her new home despite constantly contacting Lamore for an update. Every time she did manage to get through to him, he would tell her he was too busy with his campaign running for Brooklyn Borough President. By mid-2021, Pauline suspected that there was never going to be any house, but she knew for sure this was the case when her son received an interesting email from Lamore. Pauline had been introduced to Lamore by her son Rashid. Rashid had supported his mom in investing in Lamore's company, but when he realized Pauline was being scammed, he was the one who attempted to convince Lamore to give the money back. Rashid repeatedly texted and emailed Lamore until one day he got a reply, but it wasn't the reply he expected. Lamore had accidentally sent an email regarding a down payment on a $4.5 million home in Saddle River to Rashid. The email outlined some details about the down payment on the home. The amount discussed would have been more than enough to repay his mother's investment. But when he told Lamore about the email and demanded that he return Pauline's money, he received a text from Lamore that said, quote, "I'm in awe of how the devil is using you. However, I knew it was coming. Now beware of the hand of judgment will hit your life and everything that's connected to you. And for the record, anything that was given to me is a donation unless it's attached to a contract. I was making investments. That's what I do." In 2021, a federal lawsuit was filed against Lamore Whitehead for his part in fleecing Pauline of her life savings. But it wasn't only Pauline that he had taken advantage of. The lawsuit also indicted Lamore on charges.
How do people like this sleep at nighttime, bro? Like, how do you sleep at nighttime knowing that you're stealing from people? You're stealing they last investment, they last type of resource to fund themselves, to take care of themselves. How do you sleep at night, bro? How do you sleep at night knowing that you're stealing from an elderly person? You just robbed an elderly person whole saving. Like, how do you sleep at night, bro? I mean, I'm not no good person, bro, and I'm not judging anybody because I'm from South. I live in South Florida all my life, and scamming is something that's popular out there. It's popular, man. I know a couple who have been. I know a couple who have got in, who are doing it, and have got into it. You know, and I ain't judging nobody. Nobody hustle. But if your hustle if your hustle stealing from other people, then it's not a hustle. It's not a hustle, bro. And it's whether you gonna stop or it's gonna come. It's coming to get you, bro. And you probably been doing it for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. You still ain't get caught. That's what's up. It's good. It's good. Like I said before, like I heard somebody say before, God gave chances to people to repent. To turn around. Not that God is not watching it. God is watching it. He just giving this person time to repent. But when God finally removes his hand off that person, everything that this person thought he worked for, everything this person thought that everything was okay. It's gonna come. Everything he worked for, everything that he built up is gonna crumble. It's gonna be taken away. But right now, if you're not getting caught, it's not that God has turned his head on, but God is not watching it. It's not that. He's giving you a chance to repent. Give you a chance to repent. So if you're scamming or you're doing anything, scamming, cheating, whatever you're doing, because you ain't getting caught, it doesn't mean that God is not watching. He's giving you a chance to repent. He's giving you a chance to get it right. Fix it up. So fix it up and get it right. Before it's too late.
Charges of using force to try and
I can speak like that because I ain't no clean person myself. That's all I'm saying.
Get a businessman to pay him $5,000. Lamore also attempted to get the same businessman to lend him $500,000 and give him a stake in high-end real estate transactions. When Lamore was asked for a statement about the lawsuit, he claimed that Pauline and Rashid were only going after him because of his celebrity status, saying, quote, "Everybody that tried to sue me because of my celebrity status is just going to keep going in and trying to do what they do." Lamore reiterated that he invested her money as agreed and that there was never an agreement to buy her a home. But we aren't at the strangest part of the story yet. Call it karma, divine intervention, or just bad luck. But Pauline's lawsuit may never have made it into headlines if it wasn't for the day that Bishop Whitehead was robbed while in the middle of preaching a sermon.
That's how people got to know who he was. That's how I got to know who he was. He got robbed, and it was on One Star Hip Hop. He blew up after that. He blew up, and people started looking like he just couldn't keep himself down on the radar. If he would have just kept himself down on the radar, and he wasn't talking a lot of crap, wasn't getting on YouTube or Facebook and talking junk, maybe he would still been out there. Maybe he would have still been out there. Maybe. But he just kept hyping himself up. He was showing his cars. He was showing how fancy he looked. He was showing all these things. He was saying how he got all this off preaching and how he got condos and all that. People gonna be doing research, bro. And that's how his stupid ass got caught. I don't mean to be cussing, bro, but this stuff pissed me off when you use God and you say God is the one that's. Listen, man, there's people that saying, yo, we know people that say, man, God just blessed me. They know that they just robbed 100-year-old old man. They just robbed an elderly, and they saying God just blessed me. God didn't bless you for that, bro. You just robbed an elderly. You just robbed someone. God did not bless you. God cannot be part of evil. So God didn't bless you for that.
Lamore's history of shady dealings and the true source of his abundant wealth might never have been known if it hadn't been for the events of July 24th, 2022. On that day, Lamore rolled up to his service in a Rolls-Royce, one of his favorite vehicles. He stood in front of the congregation wearing a maroon velvet robe with gold cuffs, designer loafers, rings on most of his fingers, and a thick gold chain around his neck.
This guy's a freaking pimp. It's a freaking pimp. Gosh, Lee. Listen. I wouldn't be in this man's church. This nigga is dressed better than I am. He drive a better car than I will. I got a decent car, but he drive a better car than I. He drive a Rolls Royce. Everything he got on right now is probably damn they can pay my freaking house for about damn they can pay my bills for a good couple. I don't know, 6 months maybe. I would have a problem with that, bro. Coming to your church and you're dressed better than I am? Bro, where is you getting this money from? What other business do you have? I need to know. That's what I would ask him. Hey, damn, man. What do you do? What do you do outside of preaching? Because preaching doesn't get like you. When you start preaching, you don't really get money like that, bro. But yeah, I don't think preachers get like you do get money. I mean, it's nowadays they getting a lot of money, but this guy's getting whole million.
His sermon was being live streamed, and he opened with the line, quote, "How many of you have lost your faith because you saw somebody else die?" Only moments later, the live stream showed 3 people dressed in black and holding weapons entering the church and demanding everyone hand over their valuables. The group moved through the congregation and removed jewelry from Lamore's wife, who was sitting in the front row holding their young child. Another person held their weapon to Lamore's head while they pulled each ring from every little finger and then took the diamond chain around his neck. The thieves left just as quickly as they... Them Zoes weren't playing around.
Them Zoes came and do their job and left, huh? Oh, man, these mother freakers. Oh, my gosh, those guys are funny. Look at this guy right here in the back. Oh, my gosh, these guys.
They came. Lamore claims that they got away with more than $1 million worth of jewelry, including a Cuban chain-link chain valued at $399,000 and a Rolex watch worth $75,000.
Bishop was robbed at gunpoint in the middle of his Sunday sermon today, and it was all caught on camera. The service was being live streamed this morning when he says 3 to 4 men walked in with guns. He spoke at length with CBS 2's Lisa Rosner about why he believes he was targeted and his message for the suspects.
5 to 10 minutes into preaching Sunday morning on Remsen Avenue in Canarsie, Bishop Lamore Whitehead saw the door in the back of the room kick open.
How many of you have lost your faith because you saw somebody else die what you about to go through? Yo,
It's funny how he said you about to go through. It's funny how he said that, and out of nowhere they just came and robbed him. Right? God got a sense of humor, don't he? And not saying that God is the one that caused it. Evil happened. Not saying God is the reason that caused evil, but you know, when the doors open for the devil to walk in through, he gonna walk in through. That's all I'm gonna say.
all right. I seen 3 to 4 men come in. I said, all right. It's pretty much stating that I'm not going to do anything, right? Because I know y'all coming for me. Y'all coming straight to me. I don't want my parishioners hurt, right? I got women and children there. As I got down, one went to my wife and took all her jewelry and had the gun in front of my 8-month-old baby's face. Took off my bishop's ring, my wedding band, took off my...
Hey man, look at this guy right here. This guy here just sitting down like... This nigga here, he ain't done this before, or he knew this was gonna happen, because he just sitting there like, shoot, it is what it is. He just sitting there like, bro, like he's not fazed, he's not scared, he's not shocked. He just like this is normal to him. Like they need it. Who is this guy? This must be normal to him or something.
My bishop's ring, my wedding band, and took off my bishop's chain, and then I had chains underneath my robe, and he started tapping my neck to see if anything else. So that means they knew, they watched and they knew that I have other jewelry.
The church's live stream.
Probably your friend over there that's sitting there all cool and quiet.
Shows the gun being held on the pastor.
They had the guns on my deacons that was at the door.
Whitehead says what you don't see on camera are around 100 congregants who were in the room. Men, women, and children dropped to the floor in silence.
My church is traumatized. The women and children are still crying. Still crying. Babies are still crying.
Police say the men took off in a white Mercedes. Whitehead says cops have a license plate and witnesses saw the men change clothes outside.
These men, they need to turn themselves in. I forgive you, and I'm praying for you. You know, and I hope that God...
Look at this guy. Look at him, bro. He just cooling it, bro. Like, this ain't no problem. He just chilling. Like, look, these people are getting robbed, bro. He's sitting down there like, this nigga's a gangster, bro. He's sitting there like, not shocked, not like, he just like he knew what's gonna happen or something.
Deliver you from the mindset of who you are.
The video of the robbery quickly went viral online and brought a whole new level of attention to the crooked bishop. Many people claimed that the theft was a setup by Lamore for media attention, or an insurance scam he ran to get a cash payout. The idea that Lamore was running another scheme was amplified when Lamore repeatedly reenacted the robbery during his live-streamed sermons for weeks after the event. He warned that other pastors were in danger and that they should always be armed when doing the Lord's work. Lamore told his followers and those watching online, quote, "The devil didn't want me back in this pulpit. God said you can't take his life. You can touch his material things, but you can't touch his soul. I'm a miracle. I'm not supposed to be here today. Everybody wants to talk about what the tabloids are talking about and forget about the miracle." End quote. The rumors of a setup or an insurance scheme fell apart once officials confirmed the robbery was legit. Ultimately, 2 men were arrested and charged. At the time of this recording, the 3rd suspect is still at large. After being vindicated of the robbery, Lamore filed 2 $20 million lawsuits against critics on social media who had previously claimed he was involved in the robbery. He later filed an additional suit, this time for $50 million against a radio DJ for similar comments. But the unintended consequence of that viral video was the spotlight that was put on the self-proclaimed bling bishop. Even with the charges against the robbers filed, no one could understand how a supposed man of God could be so self-assured in his displays of wealth when the people he was preaching.
This guy, I'm not gonna lie, this bishop dude is such a he's like man, this guy's a clown. He should have just kept low. He should have kept low. Cause nobody know who he was until he got robbed, bro. So if he would have just still stayed low, still just didn't show out all these fancy cars, didn't show out all these fancy clothes he had on, he probably would still been around.
Two were from struggling neighborhoods. Lamore fills his Instagram with shots of his tailored designer suits, his cars, and jewelry collection, which is far removed from his disadvantaged parishioners. Lamore remained in the spotlight after another sermon went off script in September 2022. While Lamore was at the pulpit, two women entered the church in the middle of his sermon. They were in the back, but Lamore called them out for interrupting, and one of the women began yelling back and walking towards the front of the church. Lamore can be seen in the live stream of the service grabbing the woman by the back of her head and pushing her off camera while he yelled, "Grab her, grab her." The police were called, and when they arrived, they handcuffed Lamore in front of the congregation. He was told he would be charged with assault. However, after being taken to the police station, it was the woman who faced arrest. The woman, Tarsha Howard, was later charged with trespassing and disrupting a religious service. She claimed that she was there to research a book she was writing about the role of the church in the Black community when Lamore called a wannabe blogger who just wanted to bring him down. With the woman's arrest, Lamore was vindicated once again, and just like every time prior, he used the attention to further paint himself as the victim, not the villain in his life.
You guys don't understand how this works. So he get robbed the first time, right? He got robbed. His status went up. Now he put his hand in his female. Like you can see that was I'm gonna call that abuse. That's an abuse. That's an assault. I'm gonna say, hold up, take it back. That's an assault. So he didn't go to jail for an assault. So again, it's like I'm just gonna say God. You know, I'm just gonna say God. Lord, if ain't you, forgive me. But I'm just gonna say God. Like God was just piling up his plate for him to boast up a little more, for him to feel like, yeah, I can't be touched until finally he can be touched.
Life story. He told the media, quote, "They lock me up in front of my children, in front of my wife, in front of my church. They publicly embarrassed me and then dropped all the charges after 2 hours and apologized to me. All I want to do is preach the word of God, and I end up in prison," he said. "They treated me like a criminal. They had me in a cell with someone with felony charges and let me out. It's not going to stop here. If I was a rabbi, if I was a Catholic priest, they would have never done this," end quote.
Confrontation during a Sunday sermon in Brooklyn landed two people behind bars, including a bishop who argues he was protecting his family.
CBS 2's Jenna D'Angelo spoke with both people involved and has the video from Canarsie.
We're going to pause right here.
During a live stream Sunday service at Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, Bishop Lamore Miller Whitehead appears to get disrupted.
You want to come preach? You want to come preach? You want to come preach? Come on up here. Come on up here.
The bishop says it all started when two women came into the church mid-sermon.
One of my ministers told them that you cannot record. You can't record. And they began to make a scene.
Police say when a woman was asked to stop recording and leave, she began to antagonize the bishop and approach him on stage.
They take pictures and they want to be on social media. Take the pictures. Take the pictures.
As she walks past Bishop Whitehead, he appears to grab her from behind and they move off camera.
I've seen her walk in front of me, going at my wife and my daughter, and I grabbed her.
He says he was worried about his family and thinking back to the moment in July when he was robbed at gunpoint during a sermon streamed live online.
That's the only thing that I can remember. This lady had a bag under her arm and she was going after my wife.
The woman in the video, 47-year-old Tarsha Howard, was arrested and charged with trespass and disrupting a religious service. She showed us her injury and made a brief statement.
I am telling you right now that I did not charge after his wife. It's on video and everyone can see that I was the one that was assaulted. And after this statement, he will hear from my attorney.
The bishop was also taken into custody, but shortly after released, now criticizing the NYPD's handling of the incident.
I was treated like a criminal, so I went from the pulpit to the cell for no reason. The New York Police Department failed me and failed my church.
The video and subsequent media coverage of Lamore reignited the question, where did he get all the money in the first place? When reporters picked up the story after the viral video of the robbery and the potential assault charges, they attempted to get a...
That's the reason why he even got. That's the reason people started noticing him. That's the reason. Listen, this clown would have still been out there if he. Listen to you, dumbass scammers. Listen, you don't want people to know. If you out there driving a Mercedes, and you know you don't have a job. That could if you out there driving a Benz or a Mercedes, and you don't have a job, you don't have a 9-to-5 job. People are gonna start asking questions, dumbass. You don't get I'm sorry, I'm in the cuss, but this is pissing me off. If you're gonna be doing scamming and you're driving Mercedes Benz, you're driving a Charger, you're driving whatever you're driving, big expensive cars that probably I don't know, a $12 an hour job you probably can't afford. If you're by yourself, if you're driving those type of cars. People are gonna start asking questions like, "Yo, where do you work at?" You understand? So you got this guy here. He's wearing these Versaces. He's wearing all these things, driving these nice cars. But you're a preacher. People are gonna ask questions like, "Yo, how do you? What are you taking the money and buying clothes with that? If you're doing that, that's not right. That's not right." So you're taking the hardworking people money and you're buying clothes with that. That's a problem. That's not right. Or are you doing something else illegal that the government doesn't know about? These are the type of questions people are gonna ask. So if you are a scammer, I would advise you to stop scamming. Use your head. Be a little smarter in what you're doing. And I'm not trying to give anybody any way to do bad stuff. But I'm just saying. One thing I will say is quit. But these motherfuckers are stupid. They dumb. These people, they'll do scamming. Like I said, they'll do scamming. But they'll drive these expensive cars. But they have no job. They have no business under their name. They have nothing. But they're driving these luxurious car and wearing these luxurious clothes. But doesn't have any job. Doesn't have any businesses. That's gonna be a red flag to someone. Common sense, people.
Statement from Lamore. They tracked him down to a 9,000 square foot mansion in New Jersey, complete with 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, plenty of room for his wife and 3 kids. But when they showed up, they found an eviction notice taped to the front door. It appeared that Lamore had defaulted on his mortgage as well as his car payments, and he had hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of court judgments against him with no sign of the lawsuits ending. Remember the client who loaned Lamore $200,000, which he had borrowed against his own home? He filed a lawsuit against Lamore to get his money back. A court judgment ordered Lamore to repay the man a total of $261,000. There was also a lawsuit filed against him from the developers of a $1.6 million house he had defaulted on in New Jersey. It turns out Lamore had used his powers of persuasion to convince the developers that they should issue him a short-term loan of $126,000, and he would pay them back with a business check for $164,000. But the check bounced, and their efforts to collect the original loan amount were met with radio silence. So the developers filed a lawsuit in an effort to recoup some of the debt from Lamore. In that judgment, the developers were awarded $335,000. Then, in 2019, Lamore stopped making payments on his Mercedes-Benz and Range Rover. The company filed a lawsuit that ended with a $68,000 judgment.
When the devil bless you, boy, It's not really a blessing, man. Look at all this stuff that he was doing. Now he got to pay all these people back. He got to pay all these people back. So now every time, he probably in prison working for 10 cents a week or 10 cents a day, and he have to pay everybody back. It's gonna take forever. But he have to pay everybody back. Everybody back. He have to pay everybody back.
Against Lamore. And if that wasn't enough, in 2021, Lamore unsuccessfully ran for Brooklyn Borough President. He came last in the race with just 4,000 votes. But one of the staffers who worked for him on his campaign claimed that he had loaned $56,000 of his own money to Lamore, which has never been repaid. That staffer has since filed a lawsuit seeking repayment of the money. At the time of this recording, all the amounts I just read that were ordered by a judge against Lamore remain outstanding. As for Lamore's narrative on his history, he has never really addressed the charges or allegations or lawsuits against him, except through his lawyer, who just repeats that Lamore will be vigorously defending the allegations and that Lamore feels he is being targeted and turned into a villain from a victim. But if you read Lamore's bio on his church website, you'll hear an entirely different version of events than those corroborated by court documents. Lamore claims that the initial arrest for fraud was illegal. It wasn't. He claims that he was released from prison after 6 years because his conviction was overturned. It wasn't. And that the source of his income is real estate investing and pastoring. That remains questionable. Lamore also claims to have close relationships with prominent businessmen, lawyers, politicians, and judges whom he claims seek out his advice as well as his endorsement during their election processes. He also considers the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, a personal
He's in trouble too, Big Ed. He's in trouble too.
Interestingly, the mayor has distanced himself from Lamore after being told about Lamore's checkered past, and when questioned by the media, called Lamore a previous mentee of his. In December of 2022, Lamore was released on a $500,000 bond while he awaits trial for the federal fraud charges brought against him. At the time of this recording, he cannot travel out of the tri-state area, but he does continue to preach, mainly virtually from the comfort of his mansion. He still has his designer suits and limited jewelry collection to keep him company, for now. His court date has been set for April 11th of 2023. There is one thing that upsets Lamore though. He claims that he should have received more media coverage for the robbery, stating, quote, "I represent that with Jesus, you can go through the storm. I think I should get the front page. You don't think I should get it?
These people are funny, man. They'll use Jesus in a way to say, yeah, Jesus. He's using Jesus to get himself praise. He can't get Jesus to praise because he's doing horrible stuff. But he's using Jesus in a way to get the praise, saying I should get more attention. And he'll say, because Jesus saved me. Is this what he's doing?
I think I was the face of the year," end quote. This has been the story of the scandalous Brooklyn bishop and conman, Lamore Whitehead.
And Lamore Whitehead is now facing, let me see. Lamore Whitehead is now facing, let me see, let's find what he's facing. Lamore Whitehead. Um, 22. Let me see. Lamar Miller Whitehead is also known as Pastor Bling Bling, born April 30, 1970, is an American Protestant pastor, I'm saying that word right. Protestant pastor, scammer, and convicted felon, known also for his close relationship with New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who also is on the news for some bad stuff. In his astonishing display of wealth, in 2022, the high-profile pastor was robbed during a live stream service in Brooklyn. He was convicted of fraud in May 24th, and is currently in New York. Is currently jailed in New York on June 18, 2024. He was sentenced to 9 years for fraud. He is in prison for fraud. 9 years. Who is this woman? I think this is his wife right here. Let me see. This is his wife. I wonder what's going on with her wife. I wonder if his wife is still with him. How she's surviving. Do she even have a job? She can't be pastoring because nobody want to hear that crap. He ain't gonna be robbing other people. So what is she doing now? That's what. Let me see. What is she doing? AI taking over, y'all. Find out what Asia Doris Reyes Whitehead is currently doing. Consider these points. Asia is actively involved in her professional career, focusing on her current project. She may participate in community intensive or advocacy work. Asia could be pursuing further education or training in fields. She might be engaging with her audience through social media or public speaking. Blase. I don't know what she doing, but I don't know, bro. I don't know what she doing, but it's time for me to get out of here, though. Gosh, she's about to be 12. I was trying to go live, man. Hey, y'all follow me. Like I said again, follow me and Get Right 777. This is Twitch, so follow me on Twitch, y'all. I got a Twitch, so follow me there. But yeah, right now I am fun to go to the crib. Well, I'm finna go to the crib. I'm already in the crib. I'm finna go to sleep. Gotta wake up. So I'm finna go to sleep, man. I'm gonna drop these videos tomorrow, God willing. I'm drop both of these two videos tomorrow. But I'm finna go to sleep, man. See y'all tomorrow, God willing. Hopefully I'll be back and react to certain new videos that's out there. And yeah. But thank you. Follow, subscribe, share. God love, God bless y'all.